Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another stream for you guys today. We're here to talk about, as you know, all things Chelsea in the last 24 hours. And everything is moving rapid again. Kounde looks like it's going to be announced in the next few days. Zuma looks like he's going to be on his way out. There could be potential contract renewals. There could be potential players on the way out, either on loan, either permanently. Could even be both potentially, loan with an option to buy. We won't know. We're going to go into it in the stream anyway. And also, one of our players could be winning UEFA Team of the Year. I mean, we have basically spoiled it for you on the title, unless you guys have literally just been living under a rock and you haven't seen anything that's been happening over the last 24 hours. But yeah, guys, there's plenty to get into in this video. So, as always, smash the like and subscribe button. Everyone asking me about sunglasses. I don't have any shades on me right now. Only thing I have is one set. Where is it? I've got this, but like it's a bit broken, so it's pointless. No point in that shit. So I'm not wearing that shit. These guys can wear the shades for me. Big up everyone that's locked in. We're gonna have more panelists come in as well. There's just hella guys coming in late. Nims, there weren't a lot of people ready for Shameless FC. Like there was only like 3 guys who were gonna turn up. So we're just moving that to Thursday or something. And Babs could only pop in for half an hour. And like the whole thing with this week is that we're talking about Arsenal. So I'm not doing it. I'll wait till we get others in and then we'll redo Shameless FC. But again, big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Josh, how's the last 24 hours been for you, my G?
Yeah, man, just chilling, just waiting for some of these deals to finalize, get Zoom out the door, get Kounde in the door, get Sal finished and finalized, and then just watch the rest of Europe in a debacle. So it's good for me. I've had a good time, just ready for Saturday.
Yeah, bro, do you know how many rival fans are pissing themselves at how good our transfer activity's been? Everyone is fuming. But where's FFP? Chelsea are buying their way to the league again. They haven't even noticed the fact that we've basically spent 5 million on Romelu Lukaku, recouped the rest on player sales. We're going to make more money now for Jules Kounde, and we have the Champions League money and top 4 money, and still a bit of the Eden Hazard money from 2019 as well. We've got money from the last few years, which is the reason why we can spend the way we did. And we have a transfer ban back in 2019, which gave us a year's worth of profit that we couldn't even spend. All you rival fans who are watching it, we ain't buying our way to the league with Roman's cash. We're buying it with the money that we have made. That's why we're one of the best clubs in football and the best run club in football as well. Jesters, what are you telling me, man? How's the last 24 hours been, bro?
Hey, personally, in personal life, things are a little rocky right now, but you can always count on Chelsea and everybody's delusions to pick you up when you wake up and you see the news. City in the mud. Some Chelsea fans in the mud over the J5 comments, thinking, "Oh, we need Rice. We need Rice. We're gonna have the player of the year in that position. We don't need any Rice unless we're ordering some curry or something like that. We don't need that."
Tell them again and again. You already know, man. Fucking Declan Rice. They wanted to replace this man. The disrespect. And you know what the maddest thing is? Jorginho has just been getting hella disrespect the last few years anyway. And they still want him in, you know. We're going to be in the same position as well. As always, big up the queen of the J5 Penitentiary, Stephanie, in the house as well. I know you're eating good today as well. Jorginho is basically going to be announced as UEFA Player of the Year. We are going to get into it in a few minutes as well. But you know what the best part about it is? Fucking Lewandowski allegedly is going to finish 5th in the Player of the Year award too. So if he's finishing 5th, you can't really justify to me that he's going to be finishing above Jorginho in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Yeah. And if he's going to win Player of the Year, I'm now dead ass asking you, why can't he be in at the minimum top 3 for the Ballon d'Or? As Absolutely. A bare minimum. There's no reason why he shouldn't be in that ranking anymore.
No, absolutely. And look, I wasn't always the biggest Jorginho fan, but I'm going to put that down to the managers he was playing under. Tuchel has taken him to the next level. I'm sorry. We have the best manager in the Premier League. I was kind of tempering that with best tactical manager. I'm sorry. there's nobody that gets more out of their players. We had players turn up and do bits for us that the previous manager left for dead. And that's a mark of a great manager. First of all, get the best out of your players, put them in positions to succeed. And this man has done this. He's won 2 trophies, hasn't been here for a year. Before a year is up, he will have 3 trophies under his belt. One we've never won before.
Oh, you're talking about club achievements? Because I was adding the Euros in.
No, I'm talking about the coach.
Oh,
the manager, Tommy T.
Everybody's got sunglasses on?
No, dude, I'm throwing shade today.
Jester was throwing too much shade, so.
I'm throwing shade today, so I just had to put them on.
Yeah, and you want to talk about spending money. Joseph Guardiola has spent over $1 billion on players since he's been at Man City, and he hasn't won a thing other than the Premier League. So Tuchel, to me, is levels.
Yeah, and you were saying already about how Tuchel's helped extend Jorginho's game as well, but it's not even just him. Like, we could talk. Christensen was in the mud before Tuchel came in. Rudiger was in the mud before Tuchel came in. Kovacic, Alonso, even Kepa. And Kepa's like a smaller one as well, but even his stock's risen under Thomas Tuchel too. Who else has looked better under him? I think Timo Werner has. We've played him in the hybrid role, and he's looked a lot better there than when we pumped him out into the left wing under Frank Lampard. Hakim Ziyech has started to come in as well under pre-season. Pulisic looks more confident. Everybody looks more. Even Kante looks better.
Yep.
Because even Kante under Lampard, people will say he was good in the DM role, but I've said numerous times it's because we played Burnley, Newcastle, Sheffield United, low block FCs. Once we started playing Manchester City and Arsenal, he got exposed as well. And it was the manager's formation that made them all look that bad. But the turn of the year, Jorginho has been absolutely excellent. And I want to say, hopefully he starts to get the respect he deserves from some of this fan base, but he's still not getting it. We just got fans complaining that N'Golo Kante should have won it. And big up N'Golo Kante. Like, he dropped some monster classes on the road to Europa League, to the Champions League final. And in the last 3 months, might have been our best player. Could have been our best player. But in terms of the overall year, it's no one comes close to Jorginho in terms of level of consistency, the way he has dictated play and controlled our attack, and also got the best out of the other players in front of him as well. It's him sitting deep that's also half of the reason why N'Golo Kante was able to drop those monster classes in the run to the Champions League final as well. So all of the good that N'Golo Kante did, that's all on him too. But it's also because he had a sitter next to him. We've already said if you play him with Kovacic, it's a completely different story because the pair of them leave too much space in behind. Jorginho doesn't do that, which is why Jorginho is so vital to our team. We do not have a midfielder like Jorginho in our squad.
No, definitely so. And look, if everybody's asking why Conte didn't win it, here's why Conte didn't win it. They ran into a better team in the Euros in Switzerland, and Italy got the easier team in England in the finals. That's just the end of the story. So
I love what you say, but we're here for it.
So if you want to blame anybody, blame England for being a bottle team when they get to the finals. So I'm sorry, Jorginho deserves it because he won all the trophies you could win.
And that's literally what the Ballon d'Or is all about in itself. Like,
and started in all those games.
Achievements, it really isn't. It's about what you do as a team. Half the Messi v Ronaldo beef over the Ballon d'Or was based on what their teams won. So I think the same thing runs here as well. Same thing with Luka Modric. If he don't win the World Cup, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or either. If Belgium won the World Cup in 2018, I think there's a great chance you see Eden Hazard winning the Ballon d'Or for that season. Despite us finishing 5th, because it was clearly because of other players in our squad. So it's all based on what your team achieves or what you achieve throughout the year, but it's as what you've done as a team. That's the same thing that's going to run with Jorginho. So if we're running it the same way we've done the last 10 years, why is it not Jorginho? Like,
well, and then they say
about Messi. Messi's obviously the best player in the world and everything, but all he won was Copa America, and he wasn't even really the driving force behind that. So I don't know why it was him. Lewandowski, like he broke the record for what was it? The most goals in the
Yeah.
Bundesliga season. Fair enough to him, and he won the Bundesliga as well. But if he's finishing 5th for UEFA Player of the Year, how are you justifying to me that he finishes first over 3
And I
players
think
that all finished above him?
Didn't Jorginho? He's the only player in the history of football to win and start the Euros, Champions League, and Super Cup in the same year.
I believe that's
I
correct.
think so.
Yeah,
That's a new stat as well. That's a new
Yep.
stat.
Well,
Guys
it's never
just been
happened
breaking
before. It
records
has to
the
be a
whole
new
year.
stat.
But because he don't turn up on the goals and assist tally, people think he's shit.
And he led our team in scoring in the Premier League. So we can throw that one in there as well.
Even that, yeah, you know what? That one's more just shameless. But we're still gonna throw it in there just for the
Yeah,
profit
we are.
itself. But regardless, it should be Jorginho for Ballon d'Or. And we're not joking anymore when we say that. People think we were mocking it when we said that a few months ago. But he's won the Euros now. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Super Cup. He's likely going to win the Club World Cup unless we drop another howler like we did in 2012.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we're looking like title contenders with Jorginho in the side. And he's looking like the midfielder that we can't drop. So how is it not Jorginho? Someone in the comment section, if you guys think it should be
You know, the only
somebody
one
else,
reason
just
I
let me
can
know.
say it's not Jorginho is because he doesn't get a lot of goals like a striker would, but that's about it. Like, anything else he does really good at.
But
And
then
in
if
fairness,
we're
Jorginho got a lot of goals last season, so for CPM.
But then that's the thing. If we're judging it based on that, then it's just an attacker's award. And then if that's the
Yeah.
case, maybe the Ballon d'Or should be like UEFA, where you have goalkeeper of the year, defender of the year, midfielder of the year, striker of the year. Because then that's the only way you're going to get a fair, just winners out of it. That's the only way you're going to have fair winners. If it's more favoured towards attackers, then midfielders and defenders ain't going to stand a chance.
Yeah.
That's
The only
make
one
up
like
for it.
Modric won it, he just got to the final of the World Cup and they gave it to him. So why not give it to Jorginho, you know?
Yeah, and quietly, you could say as well, Jorginho's probably had a better year. But
Yeah.
no one's gonna really say that. Big up
Nah,
Go
nah.
AM saying not even Thomas Tuchel could say Tappy.
Oh, God, yeah, man.
Allow
Tappy
it.
slander's never gonna end. But big up
Allow
yourself
it.
anyway.
The man is on fire. Allow it.
He's in Roma already. Leave him alone, man.
I am very interested to see how he performs in Serie A as well, because he started very well.
Yeah.
Looks like a very selfless striker that he set up 2 assists, had a dominant man of the match performance. Obviously, I want to see what happens in future games as well, but I'm keeping track of Roma. I'm keeping track of Serie A as well. I am looking forward to it. Phantom of Many Topics also says, Jester, and I think that's at Winter Surfer.
Winter
Shout out
Surfer,
to you,
Andrew.
bro.
Yeah.
Hail Jorginho. You're damn right. Hail Jorginho. What else?
Yeah.
Zeno, I saw you said, why would you be honest? Why would you be honest when you have the chance to win one of the biggest individual awards in the world? I'm not too sure what you meant by that still, but it is what it is. Stephanie also says, Jorginho has done more than Modric the year that he won it.
Facts.
Won the Super Cup. They've done already, and he's gonna win the Club World Cup as well. So yeah, that's facts. He's done more than any midfielder in Europe has, as a bare minimum. And in terms of everyone else, in terms of any outfield player in Europe, he's done the same thing as well. He should be a minimum top 3, bare minimum, and that's it. There was one other.
Yeah, Club World Cup would be what,
You asked me to read
four
that
major
comment.
trophies?
Yeah. I think the 4 top trophies you can win outside the World Cup in your league.
Imagine Emerson in that category for the best defender. Man's already won the Champions League, Euro, and then the Super Cup, and then Club
Man
World
said
Cup. You know.
Emerson for Ballon d'Or. I can't be asked. There's a madman that said, answer my question. Where's what? Oh, it's about emojis. For fuck's sakes, man. Oh, yeah. Simon Phillips also confirmed Christensen is staying. Rudiger, you said just as that you're not too sure about it, but I thought the reports were saying that both of them are going to be extended.
I think he's stalling though.
Yeah, well, they're going to try to extend him. The fact of the matter remains, he wants a large pay increase. Whether he's going to accept what we offer, I don't know. That's why the Kounde deal is so important, because you can say, then don't accept it. We have Kounde here to replace you.
Yeah.
And that's not what I want to happen, because I love Rudiger shithousery. I mean, it's prime grade A shithousery.
Yeah.
I love it. But I'm not willing to overpay in a position myself. I would say look, we have a cap at that position. This is what we can pay. We have a replacement. We have 2 replacements. Trevor Chalobah's there. You have Kounde there. You have depth in that position to where you can say take it or leave it. So there's a possibility he's going to be the tougher one to sign.
Well, it said Christensen getting a nice pay raise too, and if he wants more than Christensen, he's got to go because Christensen is younger. He's going to have more years at the club. If he wants more money per week than Christensen,
he does.
But he's also going to ask for a smaller contract because Christensen's apparently going to be 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So in your case, it's just, I think it's just assessing options. Maybe it's like until at least maybe international break. So. I'm not sure about him, like I would love to see him stay at least like extend his contract.
Well,
that would be the best case scenario. But if he doesn't want to extend, you got to get something off of him. You can't just let him walk.
No, we don't do that. We're not Arsenal. We just don't let people go on a free. If he doesn't sign his extension this summer before the transfer window closes, he will be playing for a different team.
Gabby, I sent the link, G.
That's the end of the story.
Like that's the Chelsea way. We'd rather like get money and like sell for like, and we got Kounde coming. So I don't think we're like, obviously Rudiger he'd be missed in a way, but like we got Kounde, we got AC, we got Thiago, we got Aspie. We're not gonna exactly like worry too much. Like, oh no, Rudiger's gone. Like it's not one of those things. I don't think it's like we I would love to keep him, but if he goes, he goes for me.
And
big worry.
I know we haven't got a decent idea of how much wages he's asking for, but if it's around the 150 to maybe 170, I don't think it's too bad. Well, he wants 200k a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I think he deserves it though as well.
Yeah, like 200k a week. I think his performances justify it still. The only drawing thing is he would have to keep his performances at that level for the next 4 years too. But I have enough confidence in the way that he's been playing that he can do it. Now, I'm not as worried about Rudiger as I was this time last year.
How old is he? 28?
28.
Yeah.
He'll be 29, I think.
So he's in the peak of his age, and he's finally hit that stage where he's becoming more of a, I'm not going to say world class, but he's coming that way, and he's become his peak of his age. So yeah, give him like 200k a week. It's worth it. Like, we got kept on 150k a week. Drinkwater probably like 100 and something k a week. Like he deserves it.
And plus, he's blocking Chalobah's development.
No, that's gonna be Kounde if he comes in.
I forgot about Chalobah when we said we got some backs. Yeah, Chalobah.
What?
Hey.
No, like I forgot about Chalobah when when I was mentioning centre backs. Like I was mentioning like AC. No, I forgot about Chalobah.
So since we're on that subject, I want to bring up the rule change. We can put 9 on our bench now. Right? We have 9. We can name 9 substitutes.
Yep.
So if we're saying, and I'm just going to throw a starting 11 out there, you can agree, disagree. Mendy in goal. We're going to have Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Kounde. Okay, like I said, you can make some changes there, and then you've got Chilwell, Jorginho, Conte, and RJ. And your forwards being Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku. Okay? That's 11 players. 9 players on the bench. Timo Werner. That's 1. Christian Pulisic. That's 2. Hakim Ziyech. That's 3. Saul Niguez. That's 4. Kova. That's 5.
Christensen.
6. Aspie. 7.
Loads.
Alonso. 8. Kepa, 9. Well, who's not making the bench?
I didn't hear you say Cho.
Yeah, you didn't say Haaland.
I did not hear you say Cho. He's on that bench.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
We didn't hear Chalobah either, to be fair. So it'd be one or the other. But we also heard Cho could potentially be going on loan at the end of the summer. So
that'd be good for him. That'd be good.
I named nobody on that bench that Callum gets over. I'm sorry. You can't tell me he gets over any of those players consistently on a bench.
Okay, let's do one for like an FA Cup game. Can you make that?
FA Cup game he is going to play.
It gets
FA Cup.
League Cup and FA Cup game is going to start.
The League Cup, we got to play most of our youth in the League Cup because we got the World Cup club thing, whatever it's called. We got to play our main team and that, and play our
Cup
youth
World
team.
Cup, play our main team.
In the League Mickey Mouse Cup, we play our youth team. Who cares if we go out?
Yeah, and everyone in the comment section, guys, you know Chalobah hasn't been named in that squad either. So it's not just Cho's been left out. Chalobah's likely to be getting left out as well. And it's also a fair point because he is likely to be going on loan. Matt Law said it on the London is Blue podcast. There's a chance that he goes on loan. The only thing that could halt that chance is his wages. Well, we'd probably have to pay a strong piece of those wages to send them out on loan anyway. But even in terms of a loan deal, guys, you know, I've been saying for years that Hudson-Odoi needs a loan deal. He needs a year of consistent game time that he's just not going to get at Chelsea. I've said that for nearly every youth player that isn't Mason Mount, isn't Reece James. I was going to say Tammy, but Tammy's gone now. If it's not Mount or Reece James, they likely could do with a year out on loan. We have a stacked squad. We can afford to put them out on loan anyway. It's not a bad thing. He goes out on loan. He builds his name. He gets regular game time. He comes back a better player. Probably a player much better suited to play regularly for Chelsea. Right now, he's not making the squad because he hasn't had enough game time. His recent form hasn't been good enough. And there's too many players in his way with much more experience that Tuchel's going to trust. So if he goes out on loan, it's not a bad thing. It really isn't.
Yeah, I think
which club though? Which club would accommodate Cho though?
The problem is he has a high salary, and I think somebody on this panel said that yesterday. That because of his salary, it prevents him from going on a loan move. Because if you bring somebody on a loan, most teams don't want to pay $120K for that person. So we're at least going to have to subsidize at least half his salary.
I could see it being a 60-40 thing, maybe even more.
Yeah,
I think that's what somebody was saying. His brother did him a huge disservice when he demanded that sort of wage because it makes him basically unloanable. Unless Chelsea take a majority of that on themselves.
I know because you can't accommodate for the injury. Like if he didn't have that injury and he didn't spend a year and a half out, maybe his form right now would be more justifiable for those wages.
That's fair.
But the injuries come through, and he's had plenty of other injuries since. He's never been able to get consistent game time within the squad. Didn't really impress Tuchel enough to get regular game time in the squad for him either. He's got to go out on loan, or he just has to leave. Because he's not going to get enough game time here. It is what it is. Like, I'm not annoyed by it. I want to see Cho start. I want to see him get more game time. But I understand why he doesn't. Like, it is what it is. Like, the game's the way it is. We have 6 centre-backs. We have about 5, 6, maybe 7 forwards in the squad. Someone's going to be pissed off. And it's Hudson-Odoi right now. Deservedly so, because he should be getting more game time. But it makes sense why he's not getting game time. So, in my opinion, take the loan deal, go to an attacking club, absolutely ball out for a year. If you want more game time next year and we end up selling you, we sell you for profit because of that, because you've shown what you can do in the team consistently for a season. Or you play that well that you come back and you can't be dropped. They have to find a way to put you into the team. It's one way or another, but Hudson-Odoi going out on loan is probably for the benefit of him and for the benefit of Chelsea if you really deep it.
I agree. A loan would be perfect for Hudson-Odoi. I know people talk about his wage just being like, 120K a week, but like, surely Chelsea can pay part of that and just move. It's just got to benefit Chelsea, like you said, benefit Chelsea. He improves as a player wherever he goes. Like, most of our players do go on loan. Like, Reece James went on loan to Wigan and did really well, and it made him a better player. Mason Mount went on loan. Like, a bunch of our players who come in now.
Who's the one player that hasn't gone on loan?
Yep. No.
Yep.
Wait, AC, what about Christensen? I forgot about him. Is he ever on loan?
Yeah, he went to. I think he went to
Gladbach and he balled. He balled.
Sorry, yeah. Go on, Scott. Sorry.
I was like, he smashed it at Gladbach the year he was there. I think he was there 2 years, wasn't he? Or was it just 2 years?
Was it 2 years?
Mashed it.
I actually don't remember them being loan. That's the only one.
Hell, even for Cho, maybe a 2-year loan deal would be even better for him because then he stabilizes at a club for 2 years.
Or what it seems like we're moving to, and a lot of people get upset about this, is selling with a buyback clause, like we did with Tino and Livramento. I think that might be the new thing is, look, we have a very young squad. It's going to be very, very hard for young players to break into the squad because it's not like everybody's getting ready to retire or move on. We've got young players in those positions that are on long contracts. So how is a Tino Andrin going to break into the squad? How is that Livramento going to break into the squad? So the ones that we actually think are talented enough to one day play in our squad, if we sell them now, use that money to fill out the squad and have a buyback clause in a couple of years, what's wrong with that? We did the same thing with Tammy Abraham.
But the buyback clause of Tammy, we're not going to do that in 2 years. There's no guarantee, but
I may be completely honest.
Go on, Scott.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think like any of our buyback clauses. This is not just Tammy or just Livramento. We saw it with Boga as well. I don't think we're going to use them on any player. I think they're more for show more than anything else.
Well, it gives us the option now. It's not like you close the door, you leave it kind of halfway open. So if they do ball out and they're worth that kind of money, then you do bring them back in. But that there's a couple of ifs in there. However, I think that's a good business because we put a sale on the books, which means we're good with FFP. We were at a net zero spend last year, and we're going to be close to a net zero spend this summer. So Marina out people are in the mud as well because she's a master.
If you're Marina out, do you really love Chelsea?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who's Marina out?
What's your point, Brian? What do you mean Marina out? Like what?
If people want Marina out, if people want Marina gone, like, do you really love Chelsea? Like she's the best in her field.
Yeah, she's the best negotiator.
You know what is the prime? I think people like say Marina out. She's done this and done that. Like she's had enough time and all that. Like, and then next time they're like praising her anyway. Like it happens. Exactly. Like massive flip flops. A lot of them. Yeah,
and you know the Haaland deal, right? Remember when we pulled away and then we bought Lukaku, and I said the same with Man United not getting Haaland, and he went to Dortmund. The real truth with the whole deal will come out. The truth came out with the deal saying he wants 50 mil a year and 40 mil to Mina.
Yeah, you saw that shit. People wanted this guy for fucking 50 million a year.
It's not worth it because that's Brit.
Guy to fuck us off in 3 years with his get out clause and go to Real Madrid.
And he's gone, and that messes up our entire.
And that messes up. We wanted this guy because he balled out in the Bundesliga to fucking fleece us for 300 million.
And that messes up our that messes up our entire wage structure, and that will. I know financial fair play is maybe relaxed right now, but give it a few years' time, financial fair play will be back on our ass.
Prime, it's not even that. We've like so many of us and so many fans across the world have been laughing at Barcelona the whole after all this shit came out. We'd make Haaland more, like we'd pay more to Haaland than they do to their most expensive player.
Well, now it was Messi.
Yeah, but it's Griezmann now on 800k a week, and we'd be paying more than that to Haaland. So how can we laugh at Barcelona for fucking paying Griezmann 800k a week if we're paying Haaland 820k a week?
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
It shows how lucky we are to get Lukaku, honestly.
Dinishan says, I don't trust Ziyech, I will keep Pulisic and Cho. And Declared also says, keep Cho because Pulisic and Ziyech keep playing doctor. I understand we say about injuries, and I would keep all three of them if if it wasn't an issue for us. But in terms of what's best for Cho's development, I wouldn't mind seeing him go out on loan. I think it would be better for him as well. And it also means we can use Pulisic and Ziyech a lot more as well. Going back to the Haaland stuff,
let me
I can't believe people are willing to fuck up our wage structure this badly for this guy. I don't get the obsession. I don't get the obsession when Lukaku is so much cheaper the whole way through the summer.
Because they want a striker that he might be hot right now, but when you look at Chelsea's history at past strikers and you look at the profile we've bought, he doesn't even match our profile.
I mean, I'm not going to... You say he's hot right now. He didn't exactly do much against Freiburg.
Yeah, but I mean hot right now. I mean,
agenda runs now, right?
agenda have the agenda.
Bro, I'll
Like,
be
you
real.
guys even hear
Haaland's
me?
agenda's
Shit
been
player.
running, man. Like I
Yeah,
said,
we can hear
he will go
you.
to the top. He will go to the top and everything, but he needs a year to adjust. And 150 million, and on what? 850k a week, and then
He
Well,
can't. Wait, it'd been more than 150, Lewis. There's 170
million
plus
at least.
agent fees.
Million a week at least. Million.
No, I think it
wouldn't be a
works out
million a
roughly
week.
between 820 and 850k a week. Like,
Bleeding Blue, what you got to
Yeah.
say?
Man.
I was about
What you got
Chelsea
to say,
never
Bleeding
did.
Blue?
forget, like, it's the drip effect and the fact his agent and his dad wanted 40 million pound a piece. So add that on to the 175. What would that be? 80 plus 175. That is 260 million plus the, what would that be? 300 million we would basically be giving this kid. We would, oh my God. I can't believe
You're
what he
paying
was
somewhere
asking
between
for.
you're paying between 330 to 310 mil.
For a 22-year-old.
We're paying.
You know what? Marina
we're
probably just
paying
laughed
double.
at his face.
Sorry, Chris. Your point. We're paying basically
Yeah.
double what Real Madrid are trying to buy Mbappe for right now.
No, that would actually, I think that would work out the same because remember they
Just
can get
for
him
a
on
guy
free.
who's going to be here for 3 years.
Mbappe would actually be
wants
better.
to be like
And-
Ibrahimovic. So Ibrahimovic was the sort of man that moved from country to country, club to club. Haaland was going to do the exact same thing. Lukaku, he wants to retire at this club. He wants this to be his last club. But people wanted Erling Haaland, what? Because he looked a lot more prettier. Because he scores a lot more goals in
Lewis,
fucking league, in the top 5 league. Batshuayi got a goal a game there. He's one of the worst strikers we've had in the Abramovich
Look at Andre
era.
Silva.
Lewis,
Look at
it's
Andre
not just
Silva.
that.
Second,
Do you know the knock-on effects of it? Is that because we're still trying to negotiate Rudiger and Christensen's deal? You know how much they're going to ask for? They're Champions League winning centre backs.
They would ask for 300k a week for being our main
Some of the most informed centre backs in the world. You know how much they'd ask for? Someone like Mason Mount, who we're trying to build the club around. You know how much he's going to ask for?
Kai Havertz will ask about for 350k.
Havertz.
Well, he's on a
Jorginho,
contract.
a future Ballon d'Or winner, will ask about 400k. Conte will ask about 400k. Chilwell 400k. This would ruin our football club if we actually sign this kid. So I'm very glad we got Lukaku instead.
Can I say something as well? You know, talk about Haaland scoring a lot of goals in the Bundesliga. Andre Silva got second top scorer in that league as well. Like, is he really good?
Andre Silva outscored Erling Haaland last year.
Yep.
Can we also say?
Wait, he did what? Wait, Haaland didn't come second in the Golden Boot.
No, he came third.
Yeah.
Andre Silva outscored him.
Yeah.
So why didn't we buy
People
Silva?
don't know this.
Because Andre Silva
people didn't know this. I said this many times as well. Like, Andre Silva's actually second, so is he a really good striker too?
People need to deep it. Bundesliga tax is hefty, whoever you are, wherever you are. The only person I've seen come to the Bundesliga, to Premier League from the Bundesliga and have a semi-decent first season was Heung-min Son. And even with Son, the standard was a lot lower at Tottenham than it is at
He only
any
scored
other
4 goals when he got to the Premier League, Lewis, in his first season.
Yeah, but still, Chris,
He only
it's
scored 4
Tottenham.
goals.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go look up. 4 goals.
Lewis,
I looked at his numbers from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, and his looked the closest out of everyone who
No.
In his first season, he hated it, Lewis. He wanted to go back.
Lewis, again, Son wasn't bought for huge money.
How much did he bought for?
Heung-min Son at that time was cheap as well. At that time,
Yeah, I'm saying
even
whatever
for
players come
Spurs.
from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. I'm not talking about price tag, just players making the switch.
Can we
Oh, yeah,
also
in
just
general.
mention real quick that Timo Werner scored about 28 goals in the Bundesliga, and he is arguably our worst attacker.
Oh yeah, Aubameyang. How the fuck did I forget?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Aubameyang.
Aubameyang is the only one, really.
No, but
Yeah, he's the only one that's
the thing is with
really
Aubameyang
hit the
again. He's such a limited footballer. It's like Timo. They're so limited footballers. They have one thing,
Pace
and that's
drive.
playing.
Yeah,
off
He's
look,
looking like a
and
ball.
Aubameyang's in his prime, or was in his
Yeah.
prime when he was bought.
It's so limited.
Yeah.
Why is Tammy looking like a baller in Italy though? I just watched the highlights. I mean, you look like one of the best strikers
You know,
out there.
Do you know a lot of it is he's away from the pressure of Chelsea?
Yeah, that's well. It wasn't completely bad for Chelsea. He did get goals and stuff, but like, the thing is, he wouldn't offer much more than just scoring goals if he was playing for Chelsea. So, I honestly, I hope it improves him at Italy.
Like he had a header that was actually on target and hit the post. Like
He won a header.
I was like, yo, this is the same Tammy we let go. But
He
it's
won a
Italy, though, so
header.
it looks different.
No, yeah, but he still didn't score.
No, but winning a
Yeah,
header, that's
but
amazing
before
for
in the
him.
Premier League, it'll go way over the bar. Like he wouldn't even get it on target. This one was actually hit the
Well, like the
post,
West
like
Ham one.
milliseconds. Yeah.
Still went
Or
on
even the
target.
Tottenham.
I wonder if he's positional play is going
I
to
think when it
improve.
hits the
You know
post,
they
it is
got
on
hard
target.
defenders over there.
I didn't
What did
understand.
I
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear
Oh,
that.
I said I hope his positional play improves because you know that they're supposed to be the best defensive league in the world. So I kind of hope, like, you know how he would just misplace his runs when we're crossing the ball in the box. I just hope that gets a lot better because if we
Yeah, him on the ends of crosses weren't really that good, but his movement in the box, it wasn't terrible. That
Nah,
was one
but-
of his strengths.
no, but on counterattacks he was terrible. I'm very glad he's away from Chelsea.
Oh,
Like,
go AM, man.
He can
Honestly.
just he can go in Slender and Tammy. I'm just happy he can.
God, go AM, man.
You know what? You're speaking into existence. Tammy Abraham knocking us out of the Champions League.
Hey, Mo, if you ever say that again, you will never be on that channel, in this channel ever again.
What do you say? Oh wait, no.
Yeah, I know what you're alluding to,
Come
Mo.
on, man. Mo,
What did you say?
because you're a regular, I won't say too much, but none of the racism stuff. I've told you, man. I'm not. I don't want this fake like just throw the race word at bare people.
You know what? You know what's annoying? People use the word agendas when they can't. Like again, for example, gestures, criticisms, and stuff. It's extremely valid, but because they're your favorite players, you're automatically going to say it's an agenda without actually listening to what he has to say.
Yeah,
Like the word agenda is just childish.
Yeah, people think me and Justice have a Pulisic agenda over Cho. I don't care who plays, just be better for Chelsea.
No, Justice said numerous times if Pulisic don't ball out this season, he should probably leave. So there's no Pulisic agenda off the top. I'm not even hearing none of that anymore. There's not really any agendas in general. Big up Dinishan saying Timo can get 28 plus goals in Bundesliga. Anyone can. I just look at Michy Batshuayi. If he can get a goal a game there, anybody fucking can.
Hey, respect Batshuayi.
Fuck no.
Hey, Batshuayi,
Wait,
go back to the Bundesliga.
Matt Lowe tweet about AC signed a new 5-year contract.
Yeah,
Lewis.
Christensen's very likely to be re-signed. Is Rudiger a question mark?
Lewis is one.
About.
Lewis is one.
Oh, we've been winning since he dropped a masterclass in the Champions League final after dropping the stinker.
Pep tax.
Pep tax, you know. Pep tax.
Pep tax is at the defensive side, not on the attacking side.
Pep tax. No striker tax. Doesn't count.
So there's a couple other transfer pieces that we could look at. Mariba, the kid out of Barcelona, looks like we'll be putting a bid in for him as well, center midfielder.
Oh,
And he meant to be like 17 or some shit.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be.
18,
He's supposed to be
incredible.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the next big thing coming out of Barcelona's academy, and so that could be a long-term Conte replacement, center midfielder. And you could also see us, depending on what Monaco do today in the Champions League, still go for Tchouameni, but then load him back.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's the dream. I want Tchouameni.
Whoa, who is that? What is that?
What was that?
That's father.
That was hella background noise.
That's his mic down by his fan.
Whose mic
good.
is that?
Yeah, it was, man. If I can't be asked. Yeah, Bleeding Blue. What were you saying, man? I didn't catch any of that.
Oh, sorry. It was if the kid has any idea what he's doing, he should not come to Chelsea. I am being 110% serious. This kid should not be anywhere near our academy. He will not make it. I am guaranteeing you that.
Who?
The 17-year-old kid from Barcelona.
Yeah, but like
Uncle
everyone
Mariba.
succeeds at the Chelsea
Yeah.
academy. Whether it's here or at another club, they succeed.
I mean,
Like,
No,
I get what you're
Mariba's a
worried about
baller.
game time.
I was
Like,
gonna
it's
say,
really about Chelsea.
probably, but he will not make it to our first team. We will buy somebody who is ready made.
No,
But then, is that is that even the aim for him though? Are we bringing him in to bring him into the first team, or are we bringing him in to better him as a player and then sell him for more money?
he is being brought in as a long-term replacement for Conte. The kid is a baller. It is widely known by most scouts in Europe that this kid is a gem.
So you know how much they wanted Wijnaldum? There were before he went to PSG when they were in for him. There was a moment in time where before he refused to sign a new deal, they were tempted to call off their attempts to get Wijnaldum just because of how good Mariba was.
Okay.
Like they until he'd like turned down the new deal and then they went all out for Wijnaldum and still fucked it up. They were tempted to call that off because of how good he's been.
Yeah.
Let's call off who?
So you know they went in
Wijnaldum.
like before we went to PSG. So there was a moment where they were tempted to call that off to just stop the transfer because of how good Mariba had been.
Yeah. So you've got Mariba, you've got Tchouameni. Look, we have older our midfield is the one positional group besides center back that has some age in it, right? With Conte coming towards 30, with Jorginho coming towards 30, with maybe Kovacic not really the future, according to some people in the club. I don't think he's highly rated because he gives you no end product. So you say Tchouameni and Mariba? Yes, please. You take both of them.
The only thing with those two is neither of them are a sitter. Neither of them are defensively solid.
Well, Tchouameni is sitting for Monaco right now.
Yeah, but especially in the game, the reverse fixture of tonight's game, he was not very good defensively.
Yeah, but if he comes in under Tuchel, he's going to improve massively.
Yeah, and he's only 21. So
I'd prefer having someone that actually sits and then having one of those two next to them, and then they can rotate.
And that could happen as well. You don't know until you get him in here and they are under better coaching, right? Because we know that maybe he's not received the best coaching over there. They don't have a Thomas Tuchel. I think actually Kovac is the manager at Monaco right now.
You mean that former Bayern manager?
Yeah. The one that got
Kovac.
Yeah, I think he's the manager there. But if you watch Monaco play, he's still one of their best players on the pitch. He just looks different level. And then you've got Bellingham as well. So you've got future right there and you can get two of them this summer. And you can look at Bellingham next summer. Because you're going to have everybody else locked up.
Going back for Basmati Part 3 next year, I'm all good.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Basmati right now.
What could be a potential that we could turn to? Instead
Let
of
United keep him. Let United get him.
Why United? Because he's not worth 100 mil. Not worth 70 mil.
We've already discussed this. If he comes on for about 70 million, he has to get in straight away. No excuses for him.
That's going to be the toughest thing with the Rice transfer, because if we got him, he would have to have a first team spot, and he doesn't deserve a first team spot based on his ability.
I feel like it's going to be inevitable though. Like we're going to get him.
It feels inevitable because our fans have this weird fucking obsession with him. If they just didn't talk about him so much, it wouldn't feel like that. But we just got these weirdos just talking about him because he's fucking Chelsea Academy and he's best buddies with Mason Mount.
Hey, let me find some of the other people.
How about you be a good DM, and how about you show me some quality on the ball, and then maybe I'll have some vested interest in you coming to Chelsea.
How about you win something?
That you're good at breakup play. You're a good DM. 40 million, fair enough. Anything past
West Ham, that's going to be hard.
The thing I don't get right is it just because he's proper Chelsea in quotation marks?
Yes.
Is that it? Because if that's the case, should we go and sign like some of the other people that were proper Chelsea that were in our academy?
Here's the thing, though. I might want to say he's proper Chelsea. I remember going to Chelsea v West Ham when we lost 1-0 to them at the Bridge. You lot can check it out on the Matchday vlog as well. It's still on Chelsea Fan TV. I remember Declan Rice telling the Matthew Hardinge to fuck off and literally running down.
Oh yeah, I was there, bro. I did hear it out loud.
Fans when the final whistle blew and they won.
Let me say something.
You want to talk to me about this guy being proper Chelsea?
Let me jump in real quick.
He ain't Chelsea.
He
just was part of our academy for a few years.
Okay.
Damn, Lewis.
Now he's right though. Think about this for a second. I watched Bleed Gunner on Matisse's channel earlier today. He said Arsenal fans online are not real. The real Arsenal fans are the ones that go to the match day ground. Us Americans, the other people overseas who are not like proper English Chelsea fans, they don't understand the concept of the full rivalry between Chelsea, West Ham, Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal. We don't fully.
I mean,
get
I
it.
disagree with saying like
I hate Arsenal and Tottenham and West Ham with Brian Thatcher, but I have not had that my entire life as a Chelsea fan. I was not born into the culture, and when I see a West Ham player telling the Matthew Harding to fuck off, it's different for me than it's a guy like Lewis, a guy like Prime, a guy like Scott. It's different. So it's not.
I mean,
Chelsea.
Bro, he's celebrating.
I agree with you, but
well,
I don't agree.
Did something to him. It wasn't like
I just
celebrating the win. He was celebrating that he had beaten us, not even just.
I just don't agree with. I just don't agree with people telling who is a proper fan and who is not. Like,
I don't. I didn't say you're not proper fans. It just says different. I did not start watching Chelsea until 2016. I could never know and compare myself to the older fan base of Chelsea. Jester, when did you start watching Chelsea?
About that time too.
Okay, so we did not see our first Champions League win. I did not see the first 3 league titles. I did not even see us win the Super Cup in '98. I did not see us win the FA Cup in '97. This is the stuff I was not able to see. I was not here during the first Jose reign. Hell, I wasn't even here during the second Jose reign. I did not fully understand the Chelsea
that doesn't make
mentality
you any less
like
of a fan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not less of a fan, but I do not understand it fully.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand it fully because I understand rivalries. I mean, from any sport I ever played, there was rivalries. From any sports I ever watched, there was rivalries. It's no difference.
Oh no, for me it's completely different. I support.
And look, even if you come at 2016, you could still do your history. Like Lewis, when you were born. Like, bro, I don't mean to put your age out there.
I got into football in 2006, so I sound like the biggest glory hunter.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not even.
Don't be embarrassed by it.
I'll say I got.
That's crazy because
the year we won our first title was when I got into supporting Chelsea. So again, it sounds like a massive.
Exactly. So like,
and that's crazy. You're 24, yeah. Lewis, you're 24, right?
You see me, like you see me. I'm born in America, but my dad is English, and I've been watching since like 2001. So I supported Chelsea because my brother was a Man U fan, and little brother, I said I want someone to beat you. And at that time, Chelsea was always beating Man U. We had a good record against them. Like Floyd Hasselbank was banging in goals and stuff like that. It's different for everybody. So nobody has the right to dictate who is a proper fan and who is not. So you could join in 2016 and still do your history and love it more than I have. Like, you know what I mean?
2016. Oh wow.
They are the worst.
Yeah. That was the year we finished 10th, and Eden Hazard fucked Tottenham's title host. I love that goal with every fiber of my fucking being. That was when I fell in love with football. Right then and right there. I remember that goal.
That day was fucking carnage, man. I remember
it was
watching the Tottenham away end as well and celebrate in front of them. That was ridiculous.
That
but the worst
fans,
that
knee slide, I will remember for my rest of my
life. Tell you what you have to do to be a proper fan. If you don't go to Chelsea games, you're not a proper fan. If you weren't here before Roman Abramovich, you aren't a proper fan. As long as you follow
if you don't buy merch or
who gives a fuck? No one cares.
You know what's worse though, guys? It's the fact that even if you do go to games, they're gonna move the goalposts and say, "Well, I've been going since 1970s, mate. You ain't proper Chelsea." So regardless, it's a crazy battle.
20-year-old kid.
Don't bother. Like, to be honest, you don't need anyone to validate whether you support this club or not. You know.
No. That's not what I'm saying either.
And at the end of the day,
people think about me as a Chelsea fan.
No, but like for example, the whole idea of the the international fans versus the match going fan and all of that stuff. I think to validate opinions based on that is such bullshit, man. At the end of the day, we're all going to have differences of opinion. To invalidate people's opinion based on or validate people's opinion based on these differences is just such a naive thing to do, and it's dumb. And it's honestly
Muhammad should be a preacher.
Divides.
And the thing I do get with that point, just like on the Rice thing, like in terms of with players, I don't get this idea that we need to sign a player because they're proper enter club here. Like, why does it matter? Like, Lampard was never proper Chelsea. He came from West Ham. Drogba came from Marseille.
He became
look elsewhere. Thierry Henry
was Man United.
I was going to say Thierry Henry came from Monaco and Juve, and he was Arsenal's best ever player.
Yeah.
Like,
I was about to say,
Drogba's family are
greatest
Arsenal
ever
fans.
managed fucking
Yeah.
player, and he's a fucking United fan.
Yeah, who
So-
cares?
And
No one
also,
was ever
if that's
Chelsea
the
from the start.
also if that's the case of this whole proper Chelsea thing, why did people want Haaland? He's not proper Chelsea.
He's a Leeds
Oh,
man.
how can more
Brian,
proper
stop
Chelsea
it,
than
man.
Haaland?
Brian.
No, but again, I'm just saying if we just
Yeah,
want
yeah.
proper Chelsea, then you shouldn't want Haaland.
But again,
Yeah.
it's this moving the goalposts.
You
thing.
want
It's
Kane
like-
over Lukaku,
Contradiction,
Brian.
innit?
Yeah,
It's
but I didn't say I'm
like
proper
I said
Chelsea.
on yesterday's stream. It's like when people say, "Oh, it's blocking this player's progression." Should we just never buy any player then? Should we just only use the youth academy, never buy any player?
Well,
If that's the case, we wouldn't
I'm
have
guessing.
Lukaku, we wouldn't have Jorginho, we wouldn't have Kante, we wouldn't have most of our team. But they don't want to use that argument to when we're going in for Haaland or Lukaku.
We're gonna have Havertz.
Yeah, but it's okay when their favourite player is getting blocked.
I'm sure when we bought Lampard, it blocked some youth player, didn't it?
I can give a fuck.
But, you know.
He won't stop.
I'm just saying.
Are you talking about when the West Ham fans were complaining about him? Because I remember that little press conference they had with fans, and someone was like, "This Frank Lampard guy is like blocking Scott Cannon's progress or some bullshit like that." But I didn't hear anything with Chelsea. I don't think he
that
was
was West
blocking
Ham.
players'
Yeah.
progression.
There are certain influencers and fans that do put out that propaganda that, oh, we have this person in the academy. Why didn't we keep those person? We won't say anything, Nini. But
Careful, careful.
it is what it is.
Careful, Jester. Careful, Jester.
Nah, I heard that as well. You thought you were sly with it.
No, I wasn't trying to be
lie.
sly with it.
Oh no, I thought you said someone's name. Okay, cool. I get you. No worries.
Oh no, he did.
Go on,
He
finish.
100% did. I heard.
Oh, I did.
I missed that.
Jester, just
I'm not
careful.
saying the name, but you dropped someone's name.
Jester, be careful because you're not proper. You're not proper Chelsea. So just be careful.
That's all right.
Yeah, you ain't
just
proper
a proper
Chelsea. You
Chelsea.
ain't been to the fucking.
If I
bridge.
speak, I'm in big trouble. So go on, Lewis.
We are Chelsea men apparently. I fucking.
No,
I
Look,
don't.
me and
I
him-
honestly, I don't know what it is to be proper Chelsea. Like they just change it too many times.
Do you know?
So.
Do you know what I don't understand though? Like when people just have a difference of opinion, why can't you just leave at just a difference of opinion? Why do you have to call someone names to make yourself feel better? That maybe
Because emotion gets involved.
Why do you
I
get?
wish it was that easy. I really wish.
It's
it was.
emotion, bro.
It's because you can
Sometimes
say you don't have to say it to
man.
somebody's face. That's why. If it was back in the old days, like when I grew up, where you didn't have the internet, you had to say what you wanted to say to somebody to your face, and if it was wrong, you could leave with some chiclets missing. So here you can say it and not have any consequences. That's why people do it.
Are you saying 12 o'clock at the bridge?
Yeah, 12 o'clock at the bridge, man. I'm jumping on my Learjet right now.
This guy, you troll, bro.
I know. I thought that's what Jester said. Never mind. Sorry. I thought that's what he said.
Can I just
It's
say,
gonna
like,
take
we
him
got
longer
a
than 12
person
o'clock.
who was
to
not
get
said
there,
a
bro. Let's
word.
be honest. He's nowhere near here.
We got a new person. He was not said a word. Can we let her come in on this?
Well, you got to get Myron in there first.
Oh yeah, one
Wait,
sec.
Myron?
Pick up Myron saying Rice
Hey, Lewis.
fanboys here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Rice fanboys here. The club do seem very interested in him, and if we get him for 50 million, it will be a good signing. There's a middle ground here. First thing, club seem very interested in him. No, because like right now, Tchouameni's our number one option. And in terms of very interested, like, don't you remember the rumors that Frank Lampard was apparently pissing off the Chelsea board because of the amount he was trying to push Declan Rice in for?
Oh, dear Lord.
If we get him for 50 million, it will be a good signing. Wait, what's everyone laughing about? Am I missing something?
Andrew Murphy, you're a genius.
Oh, for fuck.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm looking at what I sent into the group chat.
Oh, I need to have a look at that. If we get him for 50 million, it'll be a good sign. I still think 50 million would be too much for him. You tell me 35, 40, I can be okay with it. Like, he'll get better at Chelsea.
Oh, come on, Lewis.
Hey,
Lewis,
Lewis,
come on,
Lewis, I just noticed something. You joined the
Lewis.
same season as AC did. You joined the same time.
Lewis, he's at least better than Danny Drinkwater. Come on, bro.
Well, we shouldn't have spent 40 million on Drinkwater. I agree with you.
I
on
agree.
that.
I agree. But come on, like to say that he should be 35 to 40 million, that seems a bit like I don't know,
And
man.
again-
35 to 40 million pound player. It's just English tax. And West
What-
Ham
what-
rivalry.
yeah.
Why don't we have the same energy for Calvin Phillips?
Exactly.
Who I thought was
That's
better
the
at the
thing.
Euros.
We're getting for 35 to 40 million.
Well, are you saying
but
we
there
should
could be
get
so
Calvin
many
Phillips?
other options.
I thought he was the better of the two at the Euros.
I'll be very honest. The one reason that I would be interested in Declan Rice, he adds the physicality to our midfield that we lack in. I'll be very honest. Our team is not physical. That's the only thing I would actually rate about him. What did I
Oh
just say?
my god.
Oh my god, go ahead, man.
Oh my god, yo.
Dropping
Go
Rice and
ahead,
slandering Big
D-Lo.
Five won't bring your father back. Oh, goodness. Jesus.
I really
Go
hope
ahead,
he's talking
bro.
about
Any
Lampard.
thoughts, bro?
I really hope he's talking about Frank.
I really hope Crofty still has a dad, because if he doesn't, it's peak.
Wow.
Big up yourself, Crofty, though. We do love you. And big up Go AM as well.
Yo, Go AM be on smoke.
When Lewis said when Tammy goes, who are you gonna slander? We found our answer.
No, I thought he was just gonna go to calling fucking what's his name, Barkley, an alcoholic. And we just have that.
That's not slander though.
That's a factual statement.
Barkley's not okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Leave my Nigerian alone.
My Nigerian.
He's Nigerian. Leave him alone.
He is
I know
Nigerian.
He is, but Prime, come on, man. That's like me saying I'm 70% West African.
See, that's why I thought Burnley would sign him instead of who they signed, because then they can say at least they have Nigerian on their team.
Oh my fucking god. Stephanie, you have not said a word. Please say something.
I was just enjoying listening to the Rice slander, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw you pop in just as soon as we got into it.
I came at the perfect time.
Damn, I thought you were gonna bring some balance to this, like everyone's slandering him.
No, I'm Irish.
You need Cassie for that.
I hate Rice. I have that Irish agenda, but regardless, I think.
Oh no, so she's
bang
not.
average
She's
anyways.
Yeah, but you're saying that because you have an agenda. So
No, but agenda aside, he's not worth 80 to 100 million.
Oh,
most players in the world are not worth 80 to 100 now.
Yeah,
He's
but
not even worth 50.
English tax or anything.
I think
is not
40
worth
to
it at
50
all.
50 is not bad, though. I would say 50 is not bad. Like, that's not the worst.
If England had won the Euros, would he be worth?
50 is only
bad.
But like price tag aside, I don't think he suits the way we play anyways. He's not a possession type footballer.
Thank you.
But he's not completed, guys. Like, why are we acting like this guy can't improve? I'm not even as a fan of him, but he's so young, bro. Like he can learn this stuff. It's not like it's out of the question for him.
Mohammed is playing for West Ham for 3 seasons straight young, because if Mason Mount is playing for 3 seasons straight at Chelsea, we're not calling him young anymore.
You know what that is, Mo? Because everyone's still hyping up. Mo, hold on, Mo. Because everyone's still hyping because he played well against Germany. That's why everyone hyping about him.
But trust me, the England performances are the last thing to make me like Rice, bro. I hate that football with absolute passion, bro. I wanted England to lose, if anything, because of that shit. Yeah. Let me be frankly honest with people, innit? I don't like that type of football when I know we can play better football than that, and we've got the players to do so. So the fact of the matter is, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is, I'm just being objective. If the player is this young, it doesn't mean that he's going to stay exactly the way he is. Like, he's not complete. He's not the finished article. So what I'm saying is, with a better coach, could he be better than what he is? I think so. I actually don't think he's like finished like that. So it's not about loving the player. If we don't sign him,
You don't believe in David Moyes?
Say again?
You don't believe in David Moyes to develop him?
For coaching, hell no, bro, man. He does a system thing with like coaching a team in terms of, you know, getting them tactically, but I wouldn't say he's a coach, coaching a player type of guy. That's not really what I'm rating for. I don't.
Wait a minute. The guy's name is Moyes. I always thought it was David Moist.
Oh,
Hey,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm just playing. I knew what his name was.
It is what it is.
Joke.
It is what it is, man. It's fair. I just think he's not finished. That's all it is.
But Muhammad, I think it's the fact that's getting people mad is the price tag.
It's
what I'm like.
You know what's more annoying, Savvy?
Okay.
It's people
the only
saying
reason why 50 million
sorry,
sounds
go ahead.
okay is
No, I was just saying the only reason why I think 50 mil sounds okay to you is because we've heard 80 mil, 100 mil for so long. That if you lower it
We
to
also got
50,
to
it
take into
suddenly
account that
sounds
Ben
better,
White
but it's still
went
not
for
worth
50 as well. And
Well,
honestly, Rice is a better player than Ben White. So if we're getting Ben White's going for 50 and Declan Rice going for 50, I would not be too upset about that.
bro, it's not the West. Honestly speaking, it's not the West. Like the one thing I don't agree with is people saying that he's shit. If you say he's not suitable to us, I fully understand. That is definitely something I won't argue with, because based on his current abilities and what he has shown us, you are correct. But what I am saying is, with the better coach that can tell him how to do what he's doing, then generally speaking, I couldn't write him off and say he would never improve, because I think potentially there's something there to improve upon. And also, this team of us, people need to just remember, we are not the most physical team in the league. So when teams go at us and trying to bully us, we get fucked up. And
yeah, that is true.
I can deal with that shit. So
yeah,
Lukaku was one of those signings that I was happy with for that reason. Declan Rice would be another that I would be like, you know what? It adds that element to our game, so I'm happy with that too. But not for 80 or 100 million. Let me make that very clear. I don't like that money that's being quoted.
Yeah, I'm just. I think we've turned the corner on the physicality thing. If you saw Reece James plant Xhaka in the ground, if you saw Pablo Mare go flying like a Beyblade, if you saw Rudiger out shit house Suarez, yeah, I think some of that. Yes, in the midfield, maybe we lack some of that physicality, although you have N'Golo Kante, who is not physically imposing, but is actually pretty physical. So, again, we do have some of that physicality, and Lukaku's going to bring it. Did you see him?
Nah, that's not his point, though. His point is adding that in the midfield, and I think
adding in the midfield, fine. But
yeah, that's what
Tchouameni can
he's
do
saying.
the same thing. Tchouameni is
but he's not talking about that. He's talking about the people that are coming at him and saying like calling him an absolute crap player. That's what he's talking about. Like,
no,
he's
I
not
don't think
talking
he's a
about
crap player. I just don't think that you're going to break the bank. First of all, for that
that's what I'm getting at.
group, that position group is not worth that kind of money. Okay, only players worth 100 mil. You're looking at a goalkeeper, and even that's a stretch, or a striker or a winger like that would be in their prime, but never a defensive.
I think
midfielder.
you paying 100 mil, you're getting a game changer like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's on. But his point was to add that physicality, and he knows, like, he's saying that. So I think we all agree here.
There's only one DM in the world who would command anywhere near 100 million pounds, and that's Joshua Kimmich.
Even him, I wouldn't pay 100 million too.
I would not pay 100 million pounds for Fabinho.
No.
Oh, I would.
Nah,
definitely.
no way we're gonna get him, man. Nah,
We wouldn't get him. I'm saying if I had him based on how much you pay, definitely 100 million for Fabinho.
Fabinho?
Yeah.
I mean, Fabinho would actually justify a price tag like that.
Because you can see he knows how to play with the ball at his feet. He's the best, apart from Van Dijk, he's easily the best defender in that Liverpool team.
And he can play
center back.
I think he actually makes Van Dijk.
I would say 80 for Fabinho, 95 for Kimmich.
No. I said position group, I'm not going over 60 or 70.
How old is Fabinho?
And it doesn't matter. For that position group, you don't pay that.
We've agreed a couple of months ago that if Rice came in for 70, like, he has to come in straight away. He has to perform straight away. No excuse for him.
No,
we've agreed to it.
He would be. He would have to start. You don't pay that kind of money for that position group, and have him come in and sit on the bench. That's just, you don't do that, because you blow up your whole idea. Every position group on the field has a cap. We're only going to go this high in this position group. Okay, and I'm sorry, central defensive midfielders, as good as they can be on the field for you, you're going to save that money for somebody that puts the ball in the back of the net or stops the ball from going in the back of the net.
Now I'm thinking about it more. We are not that team to pay that much money for a DM.
Big up
That's
Craigo.
Man United. Man United would pay that.
Craigo in the house, 100 million for Money Mace.
That's how I pay 100 million for Money Mace.
Not right now, I wouldn't.
pay 100 million for Money Mace. We'll probably
Well,
be
go on,
selling
Lewis. I thought you were
either.
gonna read
Big up
Super Chat
Myron
first.
Phillips as well, the donation saying the reports about Rice being a top target haven't gone away with Lampard's departure. See Matt Law. Zero emotional attachment, but he's worth 50 easily. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, the reports haven't gone away. There is
Because
still
of
a
Matt Law.
vested interest, but there isn't a massive interest like people are making it out to be. If it was, we would have been pushing for Rice throughout the window. We would have been dropping bids. There would have been regular negotiations. At the most, there's been some negotiations, but we know where West Ham stand. They want 80 million as a bare minimum, or they're not responding to anything that we have to say. He's not worth that. 50 million, I think he's worth 50 million to West Ham because of how important he is to their team. In terms of him as a player, I still say 35, 40 for me. I think he's limited to that role.
Yeah, English tax as well.
So again, the two people keeping this really in the news are Matt Law and Alex Goldberg.
Yep.
Yep. I actually don't follow him on Twitter. I cannot take his
Who's that?
bullshit anymore.
Somebody said. Somebody whispered.
That's Alex Goldberg, you know.
Right, Stephanie, what was that?
He's the biggest hypocrite on Twitter. He says, "Don't bash your own players," and then all he does is talk about Declan Rice, but he'll bash his own players to prop Declan Rice, a rival player.
Dude's a
Say
fence
no
sitter.
more.
It's
He
weird
regularly has to
when
have
people do
splinters
that.
removed from his ass because he's sitting on the fence for so long. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he'll prop Jorginho when everyone is and when he's playing good. And then he'll go back to hating on him when he wants to prop Rice. Like, he just does what everyone wants to hear.
Man said bring Declan Rice home for 80 million, but Tchouameni is right there for 25. I do not take you seriously when you be saying shit like that. I just can't. I have to unfollow him on Twitter because it's just like it's you propaganda. It's sickening almost. It's almost sickening. It just makes me upset that we got a youth academy.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Is he's trying to increase his CV over here? So not over here, but over in England.
Do you guys remember his real opinions before, like, all this, like, I guess Chelsea, like, got involved in everything? Like, I remember Alex Goldberg before, like, everything, like, I think back in 2016. Like, back
Klasriff,
then.
it's in your DMs, bro.
Yeah, but that might not be the real Klasriff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's his real
I
opinions.
can't even tell. I can't tell with Klasriff, so I ain't got a clue. I just sent him the link. If he's coming on, he's coming on. But yeah, you're talking about Alex Goldberg's old opinions. I remember I used to watch his channel in 1819, and it was still just the same thing. Except
no, in 2016 when he didn't like Willian and Alonso mainly, like, that was his real opinions. Like, he would say what he wanted, but now he won't do that because obviously there's money involved. Like, that's what it is. That's what the game is. So that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
it's not like I don't think it's his real opinions.
Back in the day, you used to call it a sellout.
Again.
Oh shit!
You used to not like Willian at all either. I remember him.
Yeah, but I mean,
videos.
Willian was horrendous.
The man sold out for that green. So
no, is Willian comments? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying anything bad. Like, yeah, like that was his real opinion set, but he won't do that now.
There we go, Craig. I sent you the link as well if you want to jump.
Hey, Klasriff, if that's really you and you got a problem with Prime, I'd rather have Prime on here than you.
Oh, what's he saying?
You're mute, bro.
You're mute, Prime.
Why? What did I say? What did I do?
No, I said Klasriff. If this is the real Klasriff in the comments, he said he ain't coming on until you leave.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If you have a problem with me, I'd rather. This whole thing where people saying, "Oh, they don't like someone, so they don't want to be on stream." Don't be a child. If you have a problem with me, I'd rather you just tell me. Or no, I'd rather you tell me what the problem is so we can sort it out. Maybe I did something. Yeah. Maybe I did. No, hold on. Maybe I did something to offend you. So if you have a problem, I'd rather you just say.
This
Be a
isn't all
child.
just about beefing on here. You could come here and make up as well.
No, I know. But again, Lewis, that's my point. We can sort it out and we can talk. Not even on stream. I'm talking about afterwards.
Yeah. So it's from what the chat's saying, it's not the real Klasriff. I know he's sick right now. So.
Is he?
I think
he has the vid.
I think I know who. I think I know who it is, and my point still stands.
There's so many fake accounts in the live chat, man. So many spammers. There's always
Yeah,
problems.
It doesn't matter. I think I know who it is. And I can't say
But
anyway.
go back to that Rice thing again. Yeah, I feel
Really,
like
we have to talk about rice. It's still breakfast over here.
honestly,
I haven't even had breakfast.
now go back to
There we are.
that Rice thing because I feel like if West Ham in the Europa League right now, for next season, I will feel West Ham gonna stall it until next season at least, just to see where West Ham at. They're not gonna sell Declan Rice next week for sure, before the window closes.
I gotta say,
we're not getting him. We
super
accept
chat
that.
right here. I completely disagree with the super chat. This is ridiculous.
Oh, I haven't even looked at it yet. Big up Alex saying, don't get the argument that Chelsea is a stepping stone for Haaland. Hazard was the same thing before. Rice is a Premier League proven player. Remember Bakayoko. Oh, God. We're not saying
Hazard.
Rice like Bakayoko.
Just
because he's Premier League proven doesn't necessarily mean that he suits our system. We play a different system to West Ham. So that doesn't mean he's just going to be calm just because it's a Premier League club to a Premier League club. We don't all play exactly the same. And I get what you're saying about Eden Hazard, but that's different mentalities. Eden Hazard had a completely different mentality to Erling Haaland in terms of, like, for example, training. Erling Haaland is always driven, whereas Eden Hazard just relies on his own ability. Eden Hazard was happy to just stay here at Chelsea. He just wanted to go to Real Madrid when he thought the time was best for him to do so. Erling Haaland, he wanted a get-out clause in his contract before he even joined us. He was already thinking about his life after Chelsea before he even potentially joined us.
$850K a week.
Haaland wants to be one of the greatest players of all time. Hazard,
he didn't care for
I love Hazard, but he barely cared about being the best player in the world.
He
knew he was, but he barely cared about it though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
to be fair to Hazard, he didn't use Chelsea as a stepping stone.
He was just a casual guy. He did not care about this whole Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar.
He said it very clear, and I forgot what season was it. Like my dream would be playing for Real Madrid. So
yeah,
he said that, but he said that in like.
But he never forced it.
But he also said he loves hamburgers. So
yeah, and like he didn't take football serious. He said, like, I remember like people like crying about it. He said there's Ballon d'Ors are his kids. Like people actually cried about that as well. Like he never cared about being the best player, but Haaland does. So the mentalities of the two is completely different.
Everybody wants to play for Real Madrid because they're a legacy club. Okay, a lot of them grew up with them doing bits, whether it's the Ronaldo era or before that. So when you watch those teams as you grow up and they're the ballers out there, they're winning everything. You're like, well, when I grow up, I want to play for that team. And that's where it comes from. Okay, it's not any deeper than that. Is that Haaland was growing up in Ronaldo's heyday, and he played for who? Real Madrid. So that's where he wants to go because he saw all the glory there when he was growing up.
The difference between him and Hazard would have been Hazard stayed until he saw that Chelsea were declining as a club and then asked to leave, not even tried to force a move.
Right.
Like Haaland would have been gone in about 3 to 4 years.
Well, that's because of the contract, isn't it? That's because of the contract.
Yeah, he's on 9, and he wanted 900K a week as well, and he has Raiola.
Contract.
Well,
Raiola wanted the contract. Yeah. Raiola wants the money. Same thing. Wherever the money is, he doesn't want to commit to a long-term contract because someone else could come in 2-3 years and pay him more money. Exactly what he's done so far in his career.
I know, but that's
you do what Lukaku does then, get rid of him.
That's also one of the main things that paused negotiations for a bit, that get out clause. If Haaland didn't want that, he could have just said, get that taken out there.
Yeah.
Honestly. He clearly didn't want that taken out.
Or
so
just get rid of Raiola.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Wayne, you can't jump on.
Well, Lukaku
I'm
did
gonna
it.
bounce. I got another stream to jump on, and I got to get ready for work, so I'm gonna bounce.
Later,
to everybody, thanks for having me. Big Wayne coming on to break some news. Have at it.
Better be some new real ones, Wayne.
Bro, Raiola's gonna ruin this kid's career if I'm thinking about this logically. Nobody in their right fucking mind is about to get this kid $800K a week at 21
Real
years
Madrid
old.
might, or Bayern might.
No, Bayern not gonna do that. It's Real Madrid.
Bayern can pay high. Like, who was the one player who's on high? Like 400K a week. I forgot which player it was.
Bayern won't.
You don't think?
No,
because
will not do that.
they wanted to. Didn't even do it for Alaba.
Oh yeah. Alaba wants 400k as well, didn't he? Or something like.
So
How much is Lewandowski on?
I
don't know, but again, even the Lewandowski situation, he won't renew his contract.
No, he wants a new
apparently.
He said openly he wants a new challenge, and he doesn't know that his future's at Bayern Munich. So then they actually would pay the money for Haaland because next year, it could be as soon as next year. They're fucked. They ain't got centre forward.
But Haaland is not the only one out there that they'll buy or that they can buy.
I know, but I think Haaland.
There's not many. There's not many out there.
There are strikers out there.
And potential for 75 million. I could see him make that move.
Yeah,
And
but
then
again,
I
I'm
don't even
talking about
know if he
wages
leaves
here.
after that one, unless he
gotta
does
think
want
about-
to go to Real Madrid afterwards.
Sorry for keep cutting in on you, Lewis. I was just thinking like
It's fine.
that,
It's fine.
that drip effect is going to really fuck their squad. You got to think there are veterans in that team who are going to be earning less than half of what Haaland is making day one. Kimmich, Muller, freaking who's the Neuer's probably not making anywhere close to that. He's been there for over 10 years. Am I missing somebody? Alphonso Davies is going to be one I'm one of the best left backs on the planet. Give me some money. That's going to really destroy their wage structure. Real Madrid is probably like the only club I could realistically see him going to. And even then, what is the point? That team is just dead in the water right now with their midfield being all 32 plus. Their back line is destroyed. And the only thing I worry about is their attack, and they got nobody on the flanks that I'm really worried about.
Go ahead. The only thing I would say in Real Madrid's defense is that if they were to get Haaland, people would want to sign for them because they've got Haaland. They know that they're going to be competing for years to come. So you might get the odd person that would take a team-friendly deal. But in terms of really developing the squad, like going on to be champions of Europe or something like that, they can't do it if they pay one person that much money. It's like in the NFL. If you've got one star player, you aren't going to win the whole thing because the rest of the team around you shit. It's just the way that it works. Football's a little bit easier, but it's still not possible. Not possible at all. But again, if they go and win 5 or 6 La Ligas in a row, they would class that as success. So it just depends. We're looking at it we're going on success and thinking Real Madrid should really be winning Champions League. That's their kind of aspirations. But compared to where they are, they finished. I think did they finish 2nd or 3rd last year?
2nd.
They haven't won the league for quite a while, if I can remember.
No, they won it the year before.
Yeah, but did they win it or did they just get handed it because everyone else around them was shit?
I mean,
they won it. Winning a league.
But everyone around them was shit. Barcelona were crap. Atletico faded off. They bottled it last minute.
Don't do that because how deep does everything then run? You can't say you won the league because
you're going off 3.
No. In general,
and that's it.
In general, you can't say you won a league because everyone was shit. Because then, how far does that trickle effect go?
The Liga is shit because realistically, you're going to have 3 teams that can realistically win it. Sevilla might pop up out of somewhere, but it ain't that deep.
My point is,
it's true. Bayern were crap. They got whacked.
It's not true. You win the league, you win the league.
Bayern got whacked by Bayern Munich, didn't they? And everyone went, "Oh, Jesus, they really are shit." 4 weeks earlier, completely bottled the league. So they are a poor football team. So
I didn't say I know Barcelona are a poor football team. I was saying that for
that's
years.
What I'm saying. So you can't
say no, but you can't.
Of course you can.
Then,
Did you watch end of that football?
You can't. Can I speak?
You can't say that. It was shocking. It was absolutely shocking.
Boys, let's not talk over each other.
Oh, go
on. You can't say that because then how far does that trickle effect go? Because you can then say but that's my point. You can then say any title winner, the season, everyone else in the season was poor. That's discrediting things. Yes, and that's discrediting a title win.
No, I'm not saying it's discrediting it. I mean, we're looking at it realistically. You talk about, let's say the 08 United team that beat us in the Champions League final. Compare that to the Invincibles team and then compare that to our 95-point season. Was it a better team or were a lot of teams around the league a lot poorer that year? Arsenal's Invincible year, let's be fair to it, they were never going to do an Invincibles now. And that's why Man City's title win probably, 3 years ago with 100 points? Was more impressive than the Invincibles one. Because you've now got 6 teams that are worth talking about, where at the time for Arsenal, they probably had Chelsea, Man United, even Liverpool were 50-50 at the time. So it's not just saying it's completely disproving it, it's just being relevant.
Well, no, because then you could say City's 100 points. Everyone in the league were just bad. You could say
the
that.
teams that were worth
Because,
talking about.
you could, because United finished second that season, and United fans were furious because they were saying, "Oh, we were just the second worst team in the league." So if that's the case for them, and City only won it, then City, or not second worst, they were just the best of the worst teams in the league. So if that's the case, then United, then City. If that's the can I speak? If that's the case,
that's true.
then
That's fact.
If that can I speak?
Go on then. Go on. I'm really interested if I'm saying that second is the best.
Speak? Can I?
Go on. I'm interested.
You're interested, but you're talking.
Go on.
That's it.
Go on. Please. The floor is yours.
I'm trying to speak. If that's the case,
go for it.
If that's the case, then you could say again, you can discredit any title win. I understand you can say, "Oh, a league maybe not as strong or whatever," but again, it's a slippery slope because you can just go and discredit any title win, just like you can go and discredit any
Champions League
FA Cup win or any Champions League win.
Well, you can't
discredit it, but it's not. It's not. Yeah, but it's not.
You can
it's
do
not
if you
fair.
want.
It's not
fair. You
fair.
can do if you want. Don't
I know,
have
but
to
my
do
point
it,
is, it's not
You can
fair.
do it if you want.
It's not fair. It's a slippery slope. That's my point.
For who though?
Football.
It's a slippery slope for anyone.
Yeah,
for anyone.
Football
For
in general,
any
it's a
team
slippery
that's won a
slope where
trophy.
you completely discount everything.
For any team that's won a trophy, it's a slippery slope.
I'm not talking about football in general. I'm talking about one league season where Barcelona were shit, Real Madrid were shit, Atletico were shit.
And I'm talking about it's a shit. And I'm talking about by doing that, it's a slippery slope. If that's how you view things, then that's fine.
But that's
but
what
I'm just saying it's a slippery
in
slope.
comparison. You can compare it to anything.
All right, cool. I'm just saying it's a slippery slope, but it doesn't matter. It's fine.
For football.
Go on, Wayne. Come
I
on.
didn't say for football, but okay.
Don't let us down. Or come on, Wayne.
Or me? Oh, I'm interested. I was just listening to that. No, I've got some. What my contact of who gave me the real news about Lukaku months ago before it happened. Gave me 100% fact that tomorrow Tuchel and Jorginho are going to bring up the rewards. 100%, no question, nothing. They're winning the awards tomorrow.
You mean that they're going to?
So you're saying Tuchel's got manager of the year wrapped up as well?
Yeah,
easily.
Good, and it's well deserved.
Guys, Champions League winner.
Drop your bets as well. Tuchel and Jorginho.
So yeah, I'm not just saying it because Steph's there because Jorginho, but no, it's true. 100% done deal, and there is still a lot of movements coming out. So what we see at the moment, they're saying there's still a lot of people going to be leaving before the end of the transfer window. So that's another thing that was interested in me.
Did it say who or just people in general?
Zuma.
Yeah.
There's definite, obviously, but that's an obvious one. But the others are supposed to be Barkley. It's definitely going to be leaving us. Drinkwater, definitely going to be leaving us.
Okay.
And Bakayoko and obvious. But the other one is Loftus-Cheek. He said Loftus-Cheek is...
I told you, Lewis.
Been going as well.
Well, his career's
On that note, I got a dip.
We heard anything on Batshuayi?
He's gone, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's gone Turkey.
He went to Besiktas.
He's gone Turkey, isn't it? Yeah, he's gone Turkey.
Yeah, I forgot. I thought he was still with us. Good.
Wait, and he said what about Ruben?
That they're definitely going to be looking to get him out online or sell.
Oh wow!
Good.
All right. On that note, I gotta leave.
Lewis, do you not see Batshuayi's video? Video to Turkey.
Yeah, you think I cared about that?
Did you not see it? Though? You was wondering where he's going. Like he's gone to Turkey.
No, Chris, he wanted Drinkwater to stay, man. That's why saying.
Hey, if Drinkwater stays and we don't get Declan Rice, I'm all for it. The sacrifice I have to take.
To be fair though, why would Drinkwater leave if he's on $100,000 a week?
Exactly, he ain't gonna leave.
He just did
that. No one's gonna pay him
I don't think he leaves. To be fair, I think he stays there for the last year of his contract, runs it out, and leaves.
Yeah, you can't blame him.
Yeah, no, we paid him 120k a week. That's on us. Like now he's the one picking up every single week, but fair play to him. All he had to do was sign on the dotted line, and that was it. It was done.
Yo, big ass house up, bro. I gotta dip out of here.
In a bit, Shabby.
All right.
Shabby's gone to mourn the loss. You take care, bro. Big up Artem saying Real Madrid and PSG, the only two teams to pay those wages. I think he's talking about Erling Haaland. I don't really see anyone else paying near those wages either. The only good thing that they've got is next year, Mino can only take 10% of the transfer fee, and that's it. So that'll take at least 30 something million off what we were going to have to pay for him if we got him in this year. The same way I still think Haaland is just heavy overpriced. And on those sorts of wages, I think he has a hard time justifying it initially in the Premier League, but hey, is what it is. Is there any other transfers that we had? Or is that it?
Tommy, Tuchel.
I'll check Absolute Chelsea quick and see if there's any other transfer news. As if not, I think we're done for today, I guess.
Who said, sorry, very quickly, I missed out. Who said Tchouameni was 25 mil?
I did.
Where does that come from a source, or was that just?
No, that's speculation from Dean Jones saying that if they get knocked out, they'll be willing to sell them for cheaper.
Oh yeah. That is another thing to really look at.
Yes, Jem.
Go on, Jem.
Yes, Jem. What are you telling me? AC 6-year contract. What are you saying, bro?
Bring me Kounde. I don't give a shit about that crusty piece of shit. Give me Kounde, man. give me my player. Give me my player, man. Give me my player. Give me my Kounde. Best French player. When Kounde arrives in the Premier League, he will be the best French defender in the Premier League. The best French defender in the Premier League.
Bro.
Listen, I ain't coming here to talk about Christensen, bro.
No.
Coming to talk about Kounde.
Yo, Jem, talk to me about Soyuncu, bro. What's he doing at Leicester,
come
bro?
back and I hear Christensen.
I'm here to talk about Kounde, bro.
No. Talk about Soyuncu, bro. What's he doing at Leicester, bro?
What about Soyuncu, man?
You don't want to
care
talk
about Soyuncu,
winning player of the
He's
year.
getting spun around in the Premier League, bro, since that Turkey defeat in the Euros, bro. What's happening, bro? The guy is not the same.
Which Turkey defeat? I think you'll find they lost to Turkey.
I don't watch Leicester and I don't care about Soyuncu, bro. Yeah, stop telling me about Soyuncu.
You did in the Euros, bro. Why are you acting, bro?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Jem, how do you feel about Jorginho winning UEFA Player of the Year?
What are you saying?
Jorginho win the Player of the Year, Jem. Come on now.
And he did that by packing your national team, G.
Wait a sec, what are you saying?
Jorginho's about to win UEFA Player of the Year.
Yeah, Jorginho's winning Player of the Year.
How over who? Can I ask?
Kante and De Bruyne.
Do you honestly think that's going to happen?
Yeah.
Apparently it's done pretty much.
And it's well deserved too.
Player of the Year in where?
Europe.
Careful what you wish for, Jem. You got the Queen of J5 here.
What, the Euros Player of the Year, the competition Player of the Year.
No, the whole.
UEFA competitions, Europe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Europe competition. Jorginho.
Europe. Yeah. That's fair.
Let's see.
No, but you gotta say that's fair if he does win it though, right, Jam?
He's going to win it like this.
He will.
Tell him, Stephanie.
In Europe, it's been amazing. Jam,
if you want to base it on the medals that he's won, then yeah.
It's not about medals.
Yeah,
he was key for us to win that Champions League as well.
No,
he was one of our best players. He was.
Chris, what are you waffling about, mate? I'm saying to you, listen.
He was one of our best players.
Listen, if he's going to win it, it's going to be based on the medals that he's won. He's won the Euros, he's won the Champions League, and he's won. That's it, isn't it? That's literally it. So it's going to be based.
Yes, of course. And was he key to us winning it when we won it? Like why he's got those medals? Was he key for it?
But there were so many other players that were key to it, Chris. What that doesn't make no sense.
Who?
So wait a sec. You're telling me that Wait a sec. You're telling me Jorginho was the only reason we won the Champions League?
No, he was one.
No, he wasn't the only. But he won. Yeah,
so
he was one of the reasons, and he won the Euros with Italy, being one of our best players.
And he won the Super Cup, being the first player in history to win all three in a singular season.
Fine.
And he broke
You really don't like it, do you, Jeff?
Wait. I don't hate any of my players. They play for Chelsea.
I know you don't hate them. I know you don't hate them.
Wait, Jam, you're talking about reason. You're talking about reason. Jorginho is Italy's most important player. He is the reason they won the Euros.
Is it just the only reason they won Euros? This Chiesa was a very big reason why. Wait, so Chiesa was a big reason why they won Euros as well.
No, he is their most important player. He is the reason why
he's he's one of their most important players.
No. He is the most important player.
He's not. Don't do this. He's not Lionel Messi. He's not Lionel Messi. This nonsense. This is when you go over the top. This is when you go over the top.
No, I'm not. I've spoken with Italians. He is their most important player.
One sec. Everyone's talking. Stephanie, you were going to say something as well, so I'll give you the floor too.
No, but he just said he's not Lionel Messi, but Lionel Messi didn't do anything in the final in the Copa de America.
He won the Copa America.
Yeah, but in the final he didn't do anything.
And he probably win the Ballon d'Or.
But he's still, yeah, but in that final, he didn't cause them to win.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
You can't do
in the final. But what I'm trying to say,
he never got subbed off. He never even got subbed off.
Are you saying you can only be Are you saying that if you're not Messi, then you're not important to your team?
No, I'm not saying if you're not Messi, you're not important to your team. But what I'm trying to get to you at is that you guys are making him sound like he's at the level of a Lionel Messi, which is ridiculous.
No one said he's at the level of Messi.
In his position,
for Italy, for Italy, no one said Messi's a freak. No one's on the level of Messi. Kante's not on the level of Messi.
I think what Jem maybe his opinion is that we maybe say that Jorginho carried Italy, which isn't the case.
No. He is Italy's most important player. He didn't carry Italy. I've spoken with Italians. He is their most important player.
Oh, is he?
Everything takes through him.
And Euro run. We wouldn't have won.
I get if he wins it, well done. He deserves it. He's had a very good season. I'll be one of the first to say that he's had a great season. Yeah, but I will not have that he was the most important player, and the reason that they won it was because of him. There was other players in that team that were important to Italy getting where they were. You look at
we aren't saying that Italy are carried by Jorginho.
Yeah. Well, that's what it sounds like they're saying.
He was important, but
he's not carried by them, is he? That's the difference. You look at Barcelona, right? When they had Messi in his prime, they were pretty much all right. They had great players, but it was Messi that literally was the pinnacle. He was the guy that pretty much carried Barcelona through games, through Champions Leagues, and won them the stuff that they won. But that's the difference. Do you get what I'm getting at? That's the level of carrying. He's not a carrier. He's a very important player for a squad and in the system and the way that they like to play.
You said important. I just said he was Italy's most important player. So you're agreeing with me by saying important.
You're saying most important. I'm saying important.
He is their most important player.
There you go. There's a difference.
No, that's not even a joke. He is.
It's an opinion.
No, it's not an opinion.
It is what you can say.
Wait. Can we ask Jem something? Who's the most important player?
He saved 2 penalties. You could say that was Donnarumma. They wouldn't have won it. That's what you could say. There's an argument to be had.
There's loads
I
of
would
them.
agree.
They wouldn't have got where they did.
But it's an opinion thing. That's why it's
it's not. But again, it's not actually an opinion thing. Speak to Italians who watch Italy play.
But that's an Italian opinion. That's the thing. It's an Italian opinion.
It's people who watch him play.
Prime. No, it's an opinion. It's their opinion.
No, but
it might be a
it's not an opinion.
Pedrino's comment.
Guys, let Stephanie have a word in, please. So go for
I think Prime is bringing the point across wrong. You don't need to say he's the main, he's the best player. But without him in our Champions League and the Euros run, they wouldn't have won. So he was important. I don't know if you should say he is their most important player. I agree with you. He's broken records for most interceptions in the European Championship. He fully deserves the award. If you're just going off Champions League, it's Kante. But if you're including both of them, then he deserves this award. He was the reason that both teams did so well.
Yeah.
Can I just say? Let me just say this: the way our fan base is slandering Jorginho because he's about to win this award is it's just it makes no sense to me. I'm reading this tweet right now. It says no UCL without this extraordinary player. She's talking about Kante right now. He's about to get robbed for being the best player in Europe because a decent Italian player was part of a great winning team. Might as well throw Emerson in. Just completely disregarding what he did in our UCL run, the Euros, and in the Super Cup. Can I just say his semifinal and final performance went completely under the radar. He was amazing in both legs of the semifinal and the final. But Conte took most of the spotlight. So it's not undeserved what he's about to get, but people are just saying he's completely undeserved. I don't agree with
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I'll also say Kante doesn't play as well in those 4 games without Jorginho sitting deep behind him, allowing him to push forward like that.
I have no listen.
You could say the other way around as well.
No, because with Kovacic, Jorginho can still get the best out of him.
Look, I have no issue.
Like the pivots are a lot
Lewis.
better because N'Golo Kante is higher quality.
I have
They
no
both
issue.
press.
I have no issue with Jorginho winning these awards. If he does, it's great. He's a Chelsea player and he's deserved it. He's had a great season. My biggest thing with these players is consistency. That is it. So yes, he's had a great season. I want to see it. I want to see him continuing that. Same with Christensen, and they've started very well. They both have. They just need to continuously be consistent in their levels, which they haven't been in the past. And that is all I'm saying. It doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just that I want consistency.
How does that make sense though? Like in terms of like people saying consistency, if a team is not consistent, how do we expect the play to be consistent? That's what I don't understand. I've never really understood people making this point. I get if the team is performing and then the play is underperforming.
In the past, look, I get that. In the past, when Jorginho had bad games, it wasn't just bad, it was stinkers. It was a level that was below par, which was not good enough for him, especially when he first came to Chelsea. He had half decent season.
Let's be honest, he was being used as a scapegoat when the team underperformed.
It doesn't matter. We can't keep making excuses for that. We have our own. We have our own.
Other players, the other players getting booed when
name games because what
I'm not going to name games.
Because what Mo's saying is right. If it's a thing of the team's performing well and he's
I'm
bad,
telling you, there's most people that hate
fair,
Jorginho. I'll tell you what's happened, right? It's the English media. I'll be very honest with you. They pigeonhole him into a role that he doesn't play and say that he should be doing this as a DM, should be doing that as a player, should be doing none of the stuff that he does is the stuff they judge him on.
Telling me what he's done this season is what he's done in his past seasons. So the way he's played at this level is what he's done in the prior seasons before.
No, he was one of our best players.
No, he hasn't. But what I'm trying to get you, what you've got now is a different Jorginho. Why? Because he's playing in a system that suits him.
By the same thing
is able to adapt to the other systems.
The same thing. Wait, hold on. The same thing to what Mo just said about the team. Has the team ever played to this level in the past few years? Either?
No.
Probably not. So we didn't have a system.
No, but this is what.
Can I say one thing to you?
So is he a system player? Is he a player that can be versatile? Can he adapt to different formations?
The only system he hasn't played well under is Lampard. That's the only system I think he's only played badly under.
But most of our players were bad.
Exactly.
Even Lampard's first season, Jorginho was one of our best players. It was only in the second season where he didn't look as good. Jorginho and Kovacic was ridiculous under Lampard's first season.
Can I also just say,
N'Golo Kante is good in every system. Do you know what I mean? Like that's my point when it comes to.
But nobody gave Jorginho a chance.
Kante wasn't a great under Lampard though either.
No, but you're missing I think you're really missing my point. You think I'm really digging at him, and it's not. It's the way I see it, and for me, I feel like he may be a system player. I don't think he can play. If Tuchel tomorrow switches the system and asks him to do something different, 4-2-3-1, can he do that, or can he play as a lone DM? Can he play forward or back with one DM, 2 8s? I don't think he can. I think he needs that.
Hold on, I just got completely scared. Let me just get this.
I'm waiting to see that.
He played in the back four for Napoli and Italy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But not at the same level at Chelsea. When he was at Napoli, did he came and bring the same performances as he did at Napoli to Chelsea?
Yeah, that's why people who are Jorginho fans, they stick up for him so much because they knew what he was capable of at Napoli. Maybe you didn't see it straight away, but people think, this is only coming because of Tuchel. No, he's always been capable of this. Always.
Can I also let me just get this point across? I've been trying to say this for the last 2-3 minutes. Just keep getting talked over. In Sarri's first season, in the first half, when we was getting beat by Spurs, Man United, etc., he was poor. I understand this, Jim, but then again, you saw in the second half of the season when the system was starting to kick in, he was actually one of our better players. Lampard's first season, again, one of our better players. dropped off in the later half of the season. But again, that was because Lampard was not like the worst manager in Chelsea history. Let's not even take the piss here. He was. Lampard's second season, again, worst manager in Chelsea history. Tuchel comes in. Wait. I'm not going to argue.
Sorry.
Tuchel comes in. He implements a system that works for every player. It's not just him. When it comes to being a system player, you need to be the best to play the system. You can't play a system if you got lesser quality. Look at Liverpool. You take Trent, DVD, Mane, and Salah out that, they are fucking dead because their system does not work because they got the quality. So don't say system player. Don't say system player if your system is not good enough.
So what I just said was him being a consistent. You just said about him not being consistent in the past couple of years because the system has not allowed him to be consistent. Hence why he dipped into form and he dipped out of form. That is what I've just been saying to you. If you listened to me at the beginning, I just said I want consistency from the player, a player that I think might be a system player. Yeah, I'm waiting to see once we have to switch formations, once we have to do something differently, once we start getting found out by teams that we can't play the three at the back and we need to adapt, which might not happen this season, might be 2 seasons down the road. It will happen because every great team gets found out eventually. Have we got the players to adapt and be versatile enough to play a different style of football? That is all I'm saying. That was
about Jorginho.
About Jorginho, yeah, for example. Yeah.
You also need to take into consideration this is one of the best Chelsea teams we've had in years, and that's the reason why we're successful. Look at the first team he came into. We had Willian, Pedro, Morata, and Giroud as our main attacking threats.
And he was still one of our best players in that squad.
Yep. In our second season, he was here. We again, same thing. Third season, we had the new players in, but at the bed in. It's circumstantial at best when you talk about new stuff. And a team comes together properly with good players, the team performs best. That is how it works. He is part of the COD. He is one of the main reasons we are successful.
I do find it funny, though, that we were talking about him winning an award for which is purely for the last year, and we've gone around the houses and spoken about the last 3 seasons. It's very simple. This year, he's been very good.
Very good, yeah.
And he deserves to win that award. Exactly. If Kante would have won the Euros, we probably would be talking about Kante.
Kante would have won it.
If Kante was winning this award, there would be not one bit of negativity in this conversation.
There is no negativity, you know.
There is though.
There very much is.
Well, not from me, because all I said is that he's had a great season. I've said he's had a great season.
I'm talking about on Twitter.
But yeah, I know. I've seen the hate. I have seen the hate, and I don't hate him, chat. I know the chat thinks I do not hate any of my players. So, you know, if you know me well enough, you should.
I believe you, man. I believe you.
You know, other than Christensen, because of this agenda up here every day, waking up to a picture of him. I blame Lewis for the Christensen thing. Yeah, I don't blame Christensen. I blame Lewis.
My Christensen agenda.
Yeah,
I definitely prop Jorginho more than he does Christensen.
Yeah, exactly.
I've actually been a bit lazy the last few weeks. I can't lie. I need to get back on it.
I get the consistency thing, but that also has to come from a lot of these players and the team in general. It's not just a thing where I think you can focus on Jorginho.
Yeah, to give me a sec, guys. I'll go through a few of these. I just realised. JP says, now that City isn't signing Kane this summer, how confident are we now of Chelsea winning the league? Everything seems to be going Chelsea's way at the moment. Like right now, Chelsea are title favourites with Manchester City. It's always been the pair of us, maybe potentially Liverpool, but I still think it's too early to tell. By about November, December, you have a better clue of who really looks like title contenders, but there's no reason for it not to be Chelsea right now. Artem as well saying AVP was definitely worse than Frank Lampard, definitely. People saying Frank Lampard was the worst manager that we've ever had. You lot are just looking at the last 3 months, or you're just looking at your agenda against Frank Lampard. He did the job they was meant to do here. Stabilize the ship, leave us in a better place as when he first joined, and he did that. So for me, he wasn't as bad as
statistically, he's the
Statistically, he was, but that's why it's 50% stats, 50% eye test when it comes to football. I've always said stats do not tell the full story. You have to be able to watch it too.
I might have an agenda here, but even on eye test, his football was kind of bad.
It needs a bit of both. It needs a bit of both.
AVP did
absolutely. Lampard, I understand. But first season, Frank Lampard did everything that he was meant to do, and he left us in a better place. So for the second season, he got sacked halfway through, so I don't really care too much about that. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, the football in the second half of the season was tragic. I completely understand. Yeah. But in terms of where he left us and the state of the club, not nearly as bad as with AVB. AVB nearly killed us. Like,
Yeah, he
thank God
did.
we sacked him when he did. Rodrigo
Yeah, he
Rogers
did.
also says he played in a different system for Italy, so he is an assistant player. Jorginho is the brain of this team. I'm glad some Chelsea fans are singing his name. Exactly. Do you see when Jorginho has a bad game, how shit our attack gets? If you use the Arsenal game for an example, when we lost 1-0 last season,
Yeah, it was shocking.
Jorginho had a stinker.
Yeah, it
But
was
so
shocking.
did the rest of our attacks, surprisingly. Why? Because who's the man starting our attacks? Jorginho. It all goes back to Jorginho. He's the one in the middle of the team. He's the metronome of our side. That's why he's so important. And that's why, for some reason, he doesn't get the respect he deserves, which is why if he gets Team Player of the Year, he fucking deserves it. And he also should be going in for Ballon d'Or shouts as well.
If he wins Ballon d'Or, I am going to run the biggest prop I could ever possibly imagine.
If he wins Ballon d'Or and a Premier League or two, is he the best player in our history?
No.
If he wins the Ballon d'Or, he's the only person in Chelsea history that's ever done it.
Again, keep in mind that's why I said
Isn't
a
it
Premier
the
League
UEFA
or two.
award?
If he wins a Premier League or two, then we can have the conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. In terms of legacy, I think only Frank Lampard would have a stronger legacy than him at that point. And even
I'm
then,
having
it's
a
close,
conversation.
'cause no one
Hang
in Chelsea has a Ballon d'Or.
on, Lewis. Did you
We're
not watch
talking
us?
about midfielders.
Did you not watch us in the past?
Yeah, I did watch
What
us
do you
in
mean-
the past.
What do you mean Frank Lampard's the only one that's got a legacy other than Blimmin' Jorginho?
Midfielders. I'm talking about midfielders.
Oh, right, okay. fair
Sorry,
enough.
Even if Michael Essien has a strong shot at that case.
Oh, Aspie's a ledge.
Aspie is a legend, man. He's a top legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Mr. Reliable.
But again, we're talking about midfielders. Aspie don't count.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Aspie is a legend.
Oh,
I was talking about players overall, not just midfielders.
Oh no!
Oh, I was talking about
absolutely
midfielders.
not.
But fair
Okay,
enough. In
cool,
terms
fair
of overall players, he's just up there with the top, with the best players.
Yeah, but to say he has a
I'm not sure
Ballon,
it's-
like what Lampard finished second on the Ballon d'Or list.
Yeah.
Listen, Robert Lewandowski.
And I
Frank
use that,
Lampard
and I
was
use that
different back in the day.
in my
Frank
debates a lot.
Lampard
Like
was different.
The
He's
Ballon
his
d'Or is rigged.
legacy's
You know that,
untouched.
didn't you? It's rigged. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
I
it's
think I
a
looked at
fraudulent
the-
award, but I don't care. I do not care. This is
If
going to be a
Jorginho
bigger
doesn't
prop.
win it, it's rigged.
No,
So I don't know who else
Lewandowski should have won it, and he got robbed. He got robbed. What was it? A season ago?
Yeah,
when he had absolute crazy season.
Jem, if you're saying the Ballon d'Or is rigged, does that mean we take away Messi's 6 and Ronaldo's 5 or 4?
No,
Well,
because
take away their Ballon d'Or as well.
they're another level.
No, I know, but we
elsewhere.
can take away their Ballon d'Ors as well since it's rigged.
Hey, listen, I may be a Chelsea fan, but even I know Thierry Henry deserved a Ballon d'Or in his career. That was absolutely
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Rigged. Certain individuals should have won it, and they didn't because it's based on merit, based on.
It's a popularity
So
contest.
that's what I'm asking. So do you not credit the Ballon d'Or at all? That's what I'm saying.
Not really, no. I mean, I credit it. It's a big trophy, but I don't credit the people that pick whoever deserves to win it. That's the
I
point.
think UEFA Team of the Year is a lot fairer, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
So if Jorginho wins that as well, to me, I'm thinking, okay, he should be winning the Ballon d'Or then. But the Ballon d'Or is more based on a popularity contest and also based on what you do as a team. But if it's based on what you've done as a team, he's won the Champions League, the Super Cup, the Euros, and could win the Club World Cup by the time we get to the Ballon d'Or. So again, should be Jorginho.
This is going to be something.
Who else
that will
is
never
there?
Think about this for a second. That achievement will probably never be done again in football if he pulls this off. That would be insane. Also, is it in December or January, the Club World Cup?
December. It's I think the final's about 3 days before Christmas.
Okay, so if it's December, that counts in the Ballon d'Or voting as well.
Yeah. It would
So
do, yeah.
again, that's an achievement that will probably never be done again in football.
It might not be because the voting might be open before the thing. It should, but I think it might already have opened, so people might have already voted. But again, let's be honest, if you get into the Club World Cup final, even if you don't win it, you should be up there being considered regardless.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been for us previously, but it should be a shoe-in competition. It should be the European side that wins it. But yeah.
That's why I was saying in terms of popularity, like Messi has 6 Ballon d'Ors, but he's still, you could take a debate that he shouldn't have had all 6 of them. Like 2010, for example, everyone says that should have been Wesley Sneijder's year. That got given to Lionel Messi. I think one of the years Andres Iniesta should have had a great shot and he didn't get it. I'm sure there was a year where Ronaldo got robbed too.
Yeah, Frank
Ribery.
Yeah.
Frank Ribery should have won it in one of the years. I know that.
Yeah, Ribery should have won it in 2013 too.
Manuel Neuer deserved
2014, yeah.
Suarez maybe could have had a shout if he wasn't biting people.
15-16 Suarez was ridiculous. He
Neymar, 2015.
Nah, he's a knob.
Someone
okay. Virgil van Dijk 2020.
Nah.
Yeah. Even I'll admit, yeah.
No.
Yeah, thank God that one didn't happen though. I don't mind that. You imagine the
Oh
state of
no!
Liverpool fans.
Again, I hate if he would have won it, but he kind of did deserve it over Messi. But I'm not good. Again, I'm a Messi fanboy, so I'm not going to be too upset about
it. Yeah. Tell me about it. It is what it is. As they say.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
Go for it, bro.
I don't officially think we're the biggest club in London yet. I do think London is blue. So what do you feel like we would need to fully overtake Arsenal?
Win more trophies in them.
No, not just that. For me, it's 5 more league titles, and the conversation is done forever.
Competition's over anyway.
Here's the thing. Arsenal have 5 more trophies than us right now.
5.
If we were to win 2 more Premier Leagues, for example, is Arsenal still the biggest club because they have 3 more FA Cups than we do?
I mean, that's the debate.
Based on numbers, yeah.
They still got 5 more league titles than we do.
You gotta look at the trophies. A big majority of their trophies are stat-padded Community Shields and the fucking FA Cup.
Oh no, I don't fucking count the Community Shield. Fuck the Community Shield, but
yeah, fuck the Shield. But
take the Shield out.
I'm looking at league titles. League titles and Champions League is what your status is as a football club. We only got 6. They got 13, and we got the 2 Champions Leagues. 4 or 5 more league titles. The conversation's done for a long time, so we need to step up.
I know, but like the majority of their fucking league titles, the biggest pool they had was in the 30s. So for me, it's like, what does your fucking rusty trophies from the 30s mean that you're a bigger club than we are?
Well,
I don't think it's like that. I think it's about who's doing more recently. And since 2000, no team's won more trophies than Chelsea Football Club in England.
Yeah, but that just fits our agenda, though, doesn't it? That's the problem with that. So it's
we're
more successful now than we was back then. You know,
if you go for the entirety of the Premier League, they've won 3 and we've won 5.
There you go.
Yeah. If you want to go even further back, since the 70s, we've won more trophies than Arsenal. So I don't get the debate.
Yeah, but
if the roles were reversed, I'd find it hard to try and push London as red prop if I was an Arsenal fan. God forbid I'm not. But if I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't be able to push that either because they've done more than us recently. So I don't get the debate.
Oh no, London is blue 100%. It's just like the bigger club thing I'm not fully on right now.
I think we're a bigger club. We've got more fans. We do more. We're in bigger trophies. We win more trophies.
Where's their Champions League? That's what I'm going to say. Where's their European Champions League? Like,
where's their Champions League qualification?
Where's the Europa League? Where's the Europa League, bro?
They're not even in it. They're not even in the conference fucking league.
So, you know, let's be serious.
We're the biggest club in London, whether people like to admit it or not.
Yeah,
people just don't really say it. Here's my thing. I want to get to the status that Man United, Barcelona, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich and those clubs are at. We can't do that with only 6 league titles. So I want Chelsea to full on step up, get me those league titles, and puts Chelsea so deep into the map that nobody will be able to take us out of it.
But if we continue to do what we've done in the last 20 odd years, if we continue to do that for another 20 years or 60 years, it's not even a question about how much or how long it is that we're in this top club debate. The only reason we're going off is history. But Liverpool's 6 Champions Leagues, 2 of them have come in the last 15 years, and then before that, I honestly couldn't tell you the last time they won it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They have there's a few people. They have a big gaps between when they win stuff. If you're consistent for a long period of time, you get recognised for it. And this is right now. London is blue. We already know this. Everyone knows this. It's obvious. But in terms of being the bigger club,
100%.
It's an opinion thing about who you think is bigger. But if we continue to play the way that we are for the next 20 years, and Arsenal continue to play the way that they are for the next 20 years, it's not even a debate. It's not even a debate. All you got to do is just focus on yourself. If we can focus on ourselves and being better, we're going to be one of the best teams in the world. It's going to be concrete.
7 out of their 13 titles were in the 1930s.
My
You
granddad
see
was.
why I don't care? You see why I don't care? They probably have half of the handles coming off those. You don't even have their full
Listen,
trophy.
forget that. Even
I don't even reckon they've got
hey,
those.
even their Golden Cup that they won must be rusty now that they sprayed. They won back in blimmin' 2000
No,
and God
they
knows.
gave that to Arsene Wenger when he left, so it's not even in their trophy cabinet anymore.
You're not
He
smart.
probably uses it as a doorstopper or some shit. I said his great grandmother is 95 and she didn't even see them win those trophies. Big up
Good
Paul Jr.
God.
as well, saying AVB was trash, lost to QPR and Arsenal in 2012 was poor, finishing 6th with Drogba, Lampard, and Terry was just a puke emoji. Plus, AVB is the reason Anelka left that win, and Alex as well. It's a shame because I don't think they got Champions League medals.
Alex, man.
No.
I've got to shoot anyway, guys. I'll see you later on.
Later,
Take
Jim.
care
In a bit,
of yourselves.
Joe.
See you
My
later. See you later.
main point
Bye,
was
Steph.
I want to
Take care.
sorry guys, I keep interrupting you guys. My main point was I want to cement the fact of we can just be the biggest club in London for another 30, 40 years with the next couple league titles. Because even though we're on 6, 4 more, we're in double digits. And that is a massive achievement for a club like Chelsea. That is what I want. And I just want us to hurry up and get it so I can just shut the fucking Arsenal fans up. I'm so sick of them just chatting all this shit about history. Who gives a fuck about your history? You were not alive to see it. I agree. But those trophies they got still count. And I want
Where
us
are you
to-
from, just out of interest?
Oh, Chicago.
From Chicago. Is there more Arsenal fans than more Chelsea fans, though?
Chelsea.
There we are. International. Bang. There'll be different places around the world.
Across the world, apparently.
It's Chelsea and Man United over here.
Yeah, Man United would be obvious, yeah.
Yeah, fucking United is everywhere, bro.
And America and bloody Arsenal's owners are American. So there's an affiliation, and they still aren't getting fucking repped over there.
Yeah, but I swear everyone in America hates the Cronkies too.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one, but
Hey, Prime, you've been pretty quiet. What you think about this?
And look, I can this whole thing, I only speak about it within my lifetime, and within my lifetime, I don't recognize Arsenal as a big club. Based on what I've seen and who I treat as rivals in comparison with Chelsea, or who I treat as a threat. I don't look at Arsenal as a threat. I also don't look at Liverpool as a threat or a big club. Which again, some people have said that's wrong of me to think like that. Some people can say that's arrogant, but it's just what I've seen within my lifetime. I know about all the history and all of that, but I don't really care. Up until I moved to London, I didn't even look at Arsenal as a rival. So, and I still don't look at Arsenal as a rival. I just find it funny because their fans are reactionary on Twitter.
Yeah, because we just grown up and watched them decline. That's all. That's
Yeah,
all. That's all our fucking life has been. Just seems slowly just dip from 4th to 8th.
Exactly. But again, like if they will want to say they're the biggest club in London and stuff and third biggest in England, to me, I don't really care. I don't care about winning Twitter wars and stuff like that. I'd rather Chelsea continue winning trophies in real life. Plus, if they're the biggest club in London and the third biggest in England, then London is a disgrace to the footballing world. Then, if that's the case, so
Damn right. Anyone got anything else they want to add before we wrap up? Because I'm going to end the stream in a minute or two.
nah, nothing from me.
All good? All right, cool. No worries. Well, guys, it's been the end of yet another great stream. We might be back tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to be doing a Champions League draw because I'm actually going to be on the Don Robbie thing, so I ain't going to be around tomorrow.
Oh, who do we want in the draw then?
Ajax.
Anyone else?
PSG as well.
I don't want PSG.
You want PSG?
No, because
PSG away would be lit.
But the way I speak about Poch, even them getting a draw against us, people will come for my neck. I don't want PSG.
Oh,
I want to knock them out in the semi. I want to knock them out in the semi-final.
Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi in their front three getting a draw against Chelsea. They can't.
I want to knock them out in the semi-final.
No. There is one team we need to get. Barcelona. I want to pack
that
them
would be
in.
quality.
I want to pack them in so bad after what they did in 2018.
But that Barcelona team getting a point against us would be embarrassing.
I don't give a fuck. I'm champion of
here
Europe.
for it. but I'm thinking in terms of away days, and the new camp's just a giant shit.
Anti Fati turning Aspie or something. Like I don't want that.
Real
Not
Madrid's
yet.
pot 2, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, dude, I want Real Madrid again. Fuck it. We don't play them enough in the Champions League anyway, and I want to go to the Bernabeu.
Man says he wants Zidane to come back to the bridge.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so he can come to the scene of the crime from last year.
The scene of the crime. Wow. Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't really matter who we play. Like it's
Dortmund
fine.
potentially.
Haaland.
Who else? That pot 2 is fucked. It's like Dortmund, PSG, Barca, Madrid, Juve as well. That would be a mad one. If
Sevilla
in there. I trust Tuchel, so no matter who we play, it doesn't really matter to me. But that's just it doesn't matter.
I am guaranteed we get PSG. I want Barca, but the narrative is too far in for us not to get PSG. The warm balls are coming out. I am guaranteed.
Nah, but that PSG narrative only comes out in the knockout stages, not in the group.
Honestly, I prefer them in the group just to make sure we can at least get to the semifinal, because I doubt we're going to get past them in the quarterfinals or something like that. They are just stacked. Their squad depth is better than ours and Man City's. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but PSG tend to start. Don't they tend to start strong in the group stages?
Yeah.
And then they tail off in the Champions League. So
I think they're just strong. They've just never managed to win it, which is why people say they tail off. But yeah, I still fucking love to pack them in. It won't happen. I'd love to pack them in. Because let's be fair, they do struggle to defend.
If we can get them to finish third in their group,
what, them in Europa?
Yeah, beautiful.
It would be quality. Take 6 points off them, and then let fucking Leicester have a go.
Messi going up against Carrier back.
Oh my god, the Twitter would just blow the fuck up if they got knocked out to the Europa League.
Yeah, well, then watch West Ham draw 1-1 with them.
Could you imagine Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar playing in the Europa League? Oh man, that would be insane.
And they don't win it as well, because they'll probably have to face Emery because Villarreal will finish third in the group somehow.
Big up Loris in the cut.
Oh, big up Loz, man. Big up yourself, my guy. Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. As always, leave you a photo of your European champions. And we'll see you guys potentially tomorrow. If not, we'll see you guys on Friday. Well, tomorrow we'll probably be doing Shameless FC then. Because we ain't going to be doing it tomorrow because certain dead clubs are playing in the fucking EFL Cup today. So we can't really talk about it. So we'll save that for tomorrow. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button and we are out.